If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
I don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm a lie about a molding. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what? What is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Just like a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, cute as could be. You can watch on YouTube with viewing for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
I mean, I always say, Tommy, no promises. No promises. What's going on, everybody? Welcome on in. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM here on a hump day. Hello, Leroy. Leroy doesn't hear me? Vlad, do you hear me? Yeah, Vlad hears me. All right. Something went on with Leroy's signal there. He just blipped out. Much like the Heat and their chances last night to finish the sweep. But I got to be honest with you. I like Heat in 5 better anyway. It's the best 3 words in sports. I don't even like sweeps. I like getting formal for the occasion. I like putting on my tuxedo, my top hat, my monocle. I'm ready for that. I'm excited. I got a new top hat. I'm ready. I've been waiting. So in a way, I was, I'm sure like I would have loved to see the trophy get brought out there yesterday, but now we get to do it in Boston. I can't wait for that. Like, not shook at all. Panic level is at a 0.00000. And let me just tell you, being in the locker room last night, Jimmy Butler's panic level is at a negative 0.00000. And they had a stinker. They had a stinker of a second half, and Boston finally hit some shots and did their little front running thing, hitting some threes. Not worried a tad at all. So get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford. We know trucks.
We know trucks.
Let's see. Let's figure. Leroy's got something going on with his signal right now because he seems to be listening on delay or something like that.
Am I the one breaking up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on slow skis, dude.
Or is it
I think
Tobin?
Nope, it's you. Anyway, maybe put him backstage, JFig, get his signal figured out while we get that all clarified. But yeah, man, being at the arena last night, boots on the ground. I thought first half, I didn't think that the Heat played particularly well, but like going in with a 6-point lead, I was like, all right, can't be too upset about it. And the only thing that I found weird about that first half, honestly, is Jimmy Butler kept playing in the second quarter. And I found that kind of odd. It was almost like, I don't know if Jimmy was hoping that if he went out there, they'd make like a sick run and the Celtics would just fold. But I found that kind of odd that he typically takes his rest. He plays the whole first quarter. He always does that. And then he'll rest until like, I don't know, 8 minutes left. It's been a little bit less rest, of course, in the playoffs, but usually it's like around 8 minutes, goes back in the second quarter. And in this one, he played all the first and then played into like the 7-minute mark or something like that. And I just found that weird. So, and they didn't really succeed without him. They didn't take advantage of that extra time at all. In fact, Boston went on a little run ski. Then the Heat, got it back right. They evened up the quarter and, went in with, like I said, a 6-point lead. They come out of halftime. They go up 9 off of a weird Max Strus 3 where he gets blocked by Jason Tatum, resets himself, and then hits the 3. And you're thinking, all right, pretty great. Things are going here. And then all hell broke loose. And the Celtics went on an 18-0 run. And it was, they could not, and the Heat couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat. 18-0 run for the Celtics. third quarter, our old friend, haven't seen you in a while, crept up on us like a night at a spicy Chipotle, just sneak attacked us. And the offense was so bad in that third quarter. The only guy, so Jimmy comes back. When Jimmy comes back in, they have this 18-0 run. Jimmy goes on, he starts keeping it afloat. He scores, I think, 15 points in that quarter. But the only problem was he was the only one who could score. It was either Jimmy. I think after that 18-0 run, I think Jimmy scored all the points except 3 to Cody Zeller, which he assisted to. And that was just, it was not a recipe for success. But even then, they still had like a little shot there in the fourth quarter where they cut it to like 5. And this was like the one other odd substitution. So they cut it to 5. Boston calls a timeout. But Spo, he kind of just sticks with it to give Jimmy more rest. And I felt like when Tatum came back in, he should have put Jimmy back in, because then Boston just got all the run back, and then they never looked back. It was pretty much over from there. So no bigs, little stinker. Plenty of opportunity, like the pressure. I know that people are I know every Sully and Murph on the block. I know ESPN, they're gonna sit here. Can the Celtics be the first team in history? They won't. I think that the Heat played a terrible game. Even Jimmy with his 29 points, I think it was like a very labored 29 points. Nothing came easy. And, I think the Heat have shown they're capable of playing much better than that. And I believe they will on Thursday with a formal attire, Leroy.
There's a couple of things that the rebounding thing is maybe catching up to them, and it never really did because they were making threes. So, and Boston wasn't. But now those extra shots, extra possessions are starting to catch up a little bit. So that's one thing to pay attention to. Other than that, what did you expect? They were one of the best teams in the league. They're going to put up some kind of fight. It wasn't like the Western Conference Final where the 8 seed was down 3-1 against the best team in the NBA. That's a little bit different. The Heat have played, excellent basketball. It's been all around. It hasn't been one phase that dominated, and they play basketball as such. One of those areas not acceptable. And I mean, if you're not making threes or you're just not getting rebounds, you give the other team a chance.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happened is that Boston made threes. The Heat didn't really make threes and gave them more opportunities to make threes.
Yeah, it wasn't only the rebounding. The turnovers yesterday were atrocious. I mean, they turned the ball over.
Become the Harlem Globetrotters. They start trying to throw these ridiculous passes. I'm like, who the hell's going to catch that?
Yo, Kyle, who were you throwing it to behind you, dude? I was like, hey. That was when I thought that was like dagger. Because I was like really holding out hope up until I think that point. I was like, oh, okay, that's over. They have nothing here. So, no bigs. We'll bring you some of the sound afterwards. Meanwhile, the Cats, they'll try and bust out the Brooms tonight. Game 4, Eastern Conference Finals. This is the first time we've gotten to go in the Eastern Conference Finals where it's like, last night was bad, but tonight could be really good.
Right.
You're feeling
undefeated.
Yeah, you could just go right back to it.
Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm still not getting over the fact.
I love the way that people have been looking for the slightest glimmer of hope to support the Celtics. The funny thing about it is that they showed a stat that Boston now has a 40% chance of winning. And I said, it's not 46%. It's 0%. Because no team has ever done it. That's what a 0% chance
That's
is.
like
0 out of 150 is 0%.
That's like
what the hell do they get of all the other 150 teams? They get a 46% chance.
That was like Robbie would always make this argument to us with sweeps, and he'd be like, well, now it's a 3-1 series, and it's not impossible. I'm like, no, that's not how that works. You don't get to retroactively make something a 3-1 series.
0%. This year, I'm talking about ever. Not 3-1, 0%. 3-0.
We'll take a quick break. We'll try and get Leroy to sound like he's not in space. We'll be back with more after this.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm working on time.
I'm upset.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hey,
I
Floyd
had to
Miller
call my
Jr.
IT guy.
It's always good to have that.
Yeah, I didn't have to fill out a ticket.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has an exhibition match against John Gotti III coming up on June 11th at FLA Live Arena. And we're giving away tickets for your chance to see it. For more details, go to WQAM.com/contests. And we will give away a pair before the end of the show today. Good to have Leroy and his mic situated. And the Heat, they will try and get everything situated yesterday. Jimmy Butler, unbothered yesterday is the way I put it. He came up, if you could play this, JFig. Jimmy Butler came up to the stage yesterday singing Alicia Keys. That's he is not flustered, not shook, and then kind of just took, where everything was. But this was buckets after the game.
I don't worry, cause everything's gonna be all right.
Man, not fined yesterday, by the way. Came up and gave a song. Although did ask the media to petition to get his money back.
Was he saying Whitney Houston?
No, that's Alicia Keys.
Yep.
No
Okay.
one. Come on, dude. In New York? You don't know Alicia Keys?
I just heard everything's gonna be all right. That's all I heard.
Yeah.
I guess it. If he was going a different route,
Wow.
could have been Bob Marley if he
You
went
ain't,
with a
you ain't
different
like
harmony.
you ain't
That's
a
what I'm
fake
saying. I'm trying to figure it out. I didn't hear the.
You
all I
been a
heard was
fake
everything's
New
gonna be
Yorker?
all right.
You been a fake New Yorker?
Yeah, you actually
I
didn't hear
thought
me.
being a fake New Yorker.
You actually didn't hear me in the back.
I gotta listen to R&B Alicia Keys to be.
You didn't hear me in the background going, no one. I was in the back of the room. Backup singer for Jimmy Buckets.
Of course you were.
-1.
Of course you were.
No, here was Jimmy Butler after the game, and this was him saying, you know what, not worried at all about where they're at, and actually gonna have a couple beers and go get it on the road.
The same thing that I do, that we do after every game. We're gonna listen to some music, we're gonna drink some beers back there. I'm gonna go have some wine. I don't think that you could just focus on basketball all the time. You have to be able to, get away from the game a little bit. Think about it. But at the end of the day, you fall back on, your habits, how consistent you're gonna be. And myself and my teammates, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna smile. We're gonna be in this thing together like we always are. And we're gonna go get one on the road.
He loves playing in Boston too.
That's smirk.
But you know what? Here, there's a difference. See, Brogdon was arrogant, right? When you say what somebody else gonna do, right? But with Jimmy speaking, it's kind of a confidence in their belief in what they can do. It got nothing to do with Boston. You see what I'm saying? You got to have this mentality, this attitude that, yeah, I'm the best. Like, until proven otherwise. If I don't believe it, how the hell can I expect anybody else to believe it? Right? If we don't believe each other in this room, if we don't believe in all the stuff we've done in the postseason in this room, then how the hell can we expect other people to believe it? So, like, yeah, it sounds great. Boston say, oh, don't let us get one. Like, you're too good of a team to get swept. I'll say that, right? But let's not get froggy, right? You're still down 3-1. And I like the attitude that everybody's going in. Why everybody's trying to put this unnecessary pressure on, if they don't get one in Boston or they don't do that. Wait a minute, they're 3-1.
I genuinely won't be nervous about any game until there would be a game 7. Like, I won't be nervous if they lose in Boston. I won't be nervous in a game 6. Like, they have put themselves in the golden position. Boston is in the pressure. There's no psychotic thing of, oh, you're going to win this. You better be your game 7. No, because you want to know why?
I got a question.
Yeah.
In the history of the NBA, how many teams have come back from
3-0? 0.
So please answer me this question.
Mm-hmm.
How in the hell does Boston have a 46% chance of winning the
I don't know. I'm surprised, honestly. I'm surprised if it's that stupid ESPN formula. I'm surprised it's not more.
But is that, like, come on. Look, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I know 0 out of 150 is 0%. And it will be 0% until game 7. Then maybe I'll give them a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
right? I don't need analytics. I don't need people from MIT or Harvard making up an algorithm to determine. I don't need to pay you. I know what 0 out of 150 is. 0%.
Well, like, look, people are going to make this argument that the Celtics have more talent. Whatever. I don't want to get to a semantics. Here's the thing, though. You can say that they haven't been more consistent. Like, you cannot say in this playoffs they've been a more consistent team. They've been so helter-skelter. Even in that game, like they had one blowout third quarter. Great. They outplayed Miami. Miami, got to the free throw line. Miami was due for a stinker. It happens in the playoffs. I always get weirded out by the Heat and the Heat fan. I feel like most people are okay, but even like the few wackos who are like, starting it, like, you guys are nuts how sensitive and how overreactive you are. You did the same thing with the Knicks game. It's like, oh, now the pressure's on in game 6. It's like, no, you've been the better team the entire time. Act like you have been in playoff races before. You think, like, you want to know what a bad situation is? Being down 3-2, having to go to Boston last year. That's a bad situation.
Right.
That's a
Wait,
bad
didn't you win that
situation.
game?
Yes.
And you won that game.
But that's what I'm saying, Vlad. Like, that's a bad LeBron down 3-2, having to go to Boston. That's a bad situation. Up 3-1, having to go to Boston is not a bad situation. Even if they lose and they come back 3-2 at home, not a bad situation. So, like, you guys need to start realizing, like, get a grip on the playoffs. Act like you've watched this year in and year out, because you do. And I get so, like, I'm almost amused at how crazy people are doing the Bam thing again. Bam's been great for 9 straight games, 2 triple doubles, guys dunking on everybody's head. Stunk up the joint yesterday, wouldn't stop punting the ball into the stands. You don't think he can bounce back? Get the hell out of here. What's wrong with you people? What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because the things that you are complaining about, fans,
Yeah.
I fight you about on a daily basis.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan. I'm a journalist. I'm
I knew that was coming.
Boots on the ground.
Stop it. Stop it.
-1.
This is why you are known as a fan with good access. It's not.
I'm not a fan with good access.
Whoa. Let me finish. It is not because of the incredible work you do.
Oh, thanks.
Right? It's not for all the interviews and stuff like that. But it is the mindset that you have and the comments that you make about your team is that of a fan. So it's funny to me how you could get so mad at another fan for being as unreasonable as you.
But
maybe not in this situation, but there are times where we merely fight because I feel you're being too unreasonable.
I don't think so.
That is what a fanatic is.
No, because I feel like I have the temperature, like
the temperature of what?
I have like the take temperature, like if takes were a turkey, I'd be like the meat thermometer that's in there. And I know just right when to take it out of the oven.
If takes were a turkey, you'd be the stuffing. It's almost, whoa, hey,
I just want you to know.
The people up in the office is like, hey, we sitting down a turkey take.
I just want you to know. I know you made a fat joke. The only thing that I thought of after you said was, man, I love stuffing. Favorite. I love stuffing.
Wait,
dude, Leroy did the Mr. T DC cab dance right there. He was so happy with that joke.
Hey, so like I fight you all the time about being unreasonable with some of your opinions because you are a rabid fan. You can be professional, but you're still a fan. And so it's funny to me how you would just blast fans for being unreasonable when I live that every day.
Nah, I don't. You just what you do is you like to rein me in, but my takes are appropriate at the right time. Maybe the Barkov take was a little much.
Wait. And all fans don't think their takes are valid?
I mean, I did try and strip Barkov's captaincy.
Right.
I didn't know he was sick, though.
You don't see what I'm saying? So look, unreasonable in your takes, and then you have to go make songs and stuff, right? Like the only fans don't have access to radio, so you blasting them, and I'm like, pot calling the kettle black.
No, it's not the same.
It is.
I'm a very wise sports thinker, and I always think things out even keeled.
No, you don't. Stop.
Yeah, he got you boxed in there, Tobin.
I don't think so.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Fans are by trait unreasonable and fanatic about their team. I give you that. I try to rein you in, but I can't let you then blast somebody else that's a fanatic also.
No, but it's ridiculous. Like I call for no. Hear me out. You've said your piece. TTL only is break glass in case of emergency. When I got to go with a little Tobes tough love, it's needed. But I'm never going to do that.
Like Barkey needed it?
I thought he did. And honestly, he's been balling out.
Thought. When you say thought and didn't know, that's the signs of a fanatic.
What I like about Barkey.
You're making opinions without all the facts.
I didn't know he was sick. However, also on top of that, he's played a lot better after TTL. So you're welcome.
Or it coincided with him getting healthy, you idiot.
Hard to say.
Here we go.
I don't know what the end of it.
Hey, it's okay. I let you be you. I'm just saying.
Can I ask you something?
You're looking out into the world and seeing a bunch of yous, and you're getting irritated.
I think it's a little bit much with this Mike McDaniel at every Heat game.
Wait. This is, you know what this is? This is equivalent to me going, oh no, Loretta Lynn died. This is like, you just went, we having a heated conversation saying, you know what? It's too much, Mike McDaniel. You're the one taking pictures of Mike McDaniel every home game. Yeah. And yet now you're saying it's a bit too much.
It's OTAs.
Can you please? They don't do OTAs at night.
Shouldn't you be watching film?
No. Nobody watching film of guys in tights. So this is, you go to every game and take all these pictures of these stars. Now you complain about the stars being there?
I was just wondering. Like, it feels like it's a busy time of year. Like, I don't feel like
no, it's not.
I don't know.
They're done at 2:00.
Are you sure? Like, you should. Like, yeah. I thought coaches eat, drink, and sleep it.
Yeah, he was eating, drinking, and sleeping it. Right? No, not this time of year, dude.
Okay.
Dude, if you spent that much time in football, you burn out.
Wait a minute. Weren't you going all giddy the fact that Daniel was at the Heat game?
Yes.
Yeah, but it wasn't OTAs.
Next to Spo, you know, hoping the Spo magic rubs off on McDaniel.
Can
and
I
now
ask
you're
you a
taking
question?
a shot?
Yeah.
Do coaches go to games during the season?
Do they? I don't think so.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, how?
I don't think
the dogs are barking.
I don't think he went to any games during the season.
I know, Luna. He's an idiot. I know.
What do you mean? I'm just asking a question.
You were being dude, you were being so unreasonable.
I'm not being unreasonable. I'm just asking a question.
It's a dumb question. You're asking a question. Shouldn't he be studying film on May 24th?
Yeah.
At night? No! They just got done with the draft. It's not even mandatory minicamp.
I think he likes the attention. I know that. I mean, like, they go to him. He's always the last
rally. He
rally.
likes to support the Heat.
Maybe he does.
Okay.
I don't think Spo would do it, though.
Spo with what?
I don't think Spo would go to, like, I don't think he'd be on the sidelines in January.
Why not?
Because he's busy.
Probably
He's
be in a
coaching.
suite.
Well, first of all, it's a little bit different because basketball is played at all times of the day on weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He could be on a road trip. He doesn't have just one game a week. Right? So, no, but Spo goes to practice and stuff like that. He's been out at Dolphins camp.
You don't think the fame's getting to him a little bit?
What fame? He hasn't won anything.
Toast of the town, this Mike McDaniel. Everybody likes him.
Because of you.
Oh my goodness. You see what I'm dealing with? Vlad, you see what I'm dealing with?
I can't
this
believe
guy.
The ultimate flip-flopper, man.
Right.
No, listen, I still love him. I'm just asking a question. We're just having a talk.
It's May, dude. It's May. You know what? I'm gonna tell you a football story.
So when is he not allowed?
No. I'm gonna tell you a football story. So this is how my offseason will work. The first month of the season, I basically slept. Right after season was over, kind of rehab, got up, rode bike a little bit, nothing, hung out in the pool, nothing serious. Then February, March would come along, I start going to the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then April, I start running again. Then we have mini camp like May, and I do a week or two of OTAs at that point. When Cleveland moved to Baltimore, we had a new coaching staff. Coach staff had me, the running back coach had me come up in March.
Yeah, I remember.
March. Yeah. He worked me out.
Yep.
I'm like, he said, "You been working out?" I'm like, "No, it's March. I've been healing." He said, "I'm gonna put you through a little workout." Now, after like 20 minutes of this workout, I'm like, I am done. Are you kidding me? It's March. I've never had anybody quit on me. I say, did you work them out in April? Or you work them out right after the season ended? Right? So there's times you got to pace yourself. Right? If a coach is spending 12 hours in the office in May, what the hell is he going to be doing during the season?
I don't know.
You gotta pace yourself. Okay. There's a lot of work to be done. It's mini camp. If you go study and film on mini camp, you need help.
Okay.
I mean,
was curious.
But for you, of all people, to go there when it wouldn't have been a big deal that Mike McDaniels was at the games, if not for you.
No,
and now you're the one saying too much?
Yeah.
It's just it's OTAs, you know?
OTAs is, dude, you know what OTAs are?
It's phase 2.
No. OTAs are practice and bucket hats. Now, I'm going to ask you.
I think they wear helmets in OTAs.
Okay, great. Okay, helmets. Is Tua practicing his roles?
He says that they will. Didn't you listen to the sound yesterday? They're going to implement it into the drills. You know, I wish you would have paid attention to Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, I don't have to. You know why? It's May.
Oh, we got some more coming up.
-1.
Oh my goodness. I love the way you just switched it from you trashing fans, which you are one, to all of a sudden throwing a Mike McDaniel nugget out there. So we just immediately get away from you trashing fans.
No,
really?
no. Look, I'm not ripping him for it. I'm just wondering. It's
no.
just a wondering thought.
This is how you started the conversation. So he's like, "Fan," I say, "Man, you're being unreasonable with the fans." How about that Mike McDaniel? A little too much, huh? Like that doesn't sound like you were just throwing it out there.
Do you think that he thought he was the good luck charm because they haven't lost with him there?
Well, I mean, there's probably 20,000 people who thought the same thing because they ain't lost when none of them were there either.
Interesting. Yeah, first home loss.
Yeah,
that bothers you, doesn't it?
No.
It does bother me.
No, it's dude. Don't you see Tobin's been deflecting this the whole time? That's why he went at McDaniel. This has been Tobin's saying that he wants a gentleman sweep, but he doesn't really want a gentleman sweep. He really wanted.
I really do
want to get rid of Sully and all those guys.
Oh, I mean, sweep is humiliating, Vlad. I'm not doing a bit where I say I do like gentlemen sweeps more than sweeps because I like wearing top hats. But that being said, I don't know. It's OTAs. Like, shouldn't you be focused on work? Like, do you think Belichick will be at Game 5?
Yes, he's gonna be at Game 5. He's gonna be at Game 5.
And then you know what? They're gonna ask Belichick. Hey, why are you at OTAs? He gonna say 25 years.
He might.
What's wrong with you? It's OTAs.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. Like, I'm telling you, there is no more laid back practice than OTAs.
All right. I apologize.
No, you went at him real hard.
I didn't go at him hard. I just asked a question.
You did.
I just asked a question.
You didn't ask a question.
Take.
If you were in the media tent, they would say, "Is that a question or a statement?"
I'm just asking a question. Just throwing it out there.
Tobin's a show pony.
Is Mike McDaniel going to too many Heat games? Coming up next on First Take.
Says the person who takes a picture every time he walks into the building and go, "Goosies!"
Tobin's a fraud.
Now you saying too much? It's you. You're the reason why it's too much.
Stunt Steve says that Belichick was at game 1. Yeah, but OTAs didn't start yet. I don't have a problem with it. If OTAs aren't starting, it's your free time. Do whatever you want.
Really? I think, you know what? There's a lot of head coaches don't even go to OTAs, dude. They go to the mini camp. They don't go to OTAs. I'm telling you.
Well, Mike McDaniels at OTAs.
Okay, great. Good
I'm
for him.
surprised. Leroy, I am surprised that Tobin's going at Mike McDaniel, all of this. And the number one thing that's right in front of him, the main course, I'm waiting for a Scott Foster take because Scott Foster was the referee yesterday.
Yeah, but I honestly, I don't know a Heat fan that could complain about the officiating. I think what do they have? 10 more, 11 more free throws than Boston? Like, I didn't find the officiating.
They were extremely aggressive. They just couldn't make none.
Yeah, I didn't find the officiating to be an issue yesterday. I really didn't. I
And
don't.
plus, that's over with, Vlad, because they won the last game that Scott Foster was officiating in the Knicks.
12?
I didn't have an issue with the officiating yesterday. I think the Heat. I mean, you can't get mad at the officiant. Like, did Scott Foster keep handing the ball to the Celtics?
Oh, now you being wait. Now all of a sudden he being reasonable.
I told you I'm reasonable. I'm not. The only unreasonable take I've had so far today is Mike McDaniel going to too many Heat games.
and you trashing the fans?
They deserve it. Not all of them, just the idiots. Take a break. Back after this.
Tough night for the Heat in Game 4.
All right, welcome back, people. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hey, the Hyundai Air and Sea Show plus U.S. Military Salute Fest is this weekend on Miami Beach. The greatest show above earth showcases the men, women, and technology and equipment from all 5 branches of the United States military. For tickets, visit usasalute.com. Heat lose last night, 116-99 to the Boston Celtics. Boston staves off elimination. So the Heat up 3-1. Game 5 will be tomorrow at the TD Garden. You, of course, can hear that game right here on 560 WQAM. Just a turnover fest yesterday for Miami. Really poor offensive game. Boston got it going really in that second half. Miami had a 6-point lead, but that third quarter really
It always starts with turnovers, doesn't it?
Yes.
Like when you give, like, I don't even care if the Heat get up a shot and miss, right? That's never as backbreaking as turnovers. Because turnovers mean you never even got an opportunity to score.
Yep.
And that's how you get the 18-0 runs.
Yeah.
You don't get the 18-0 runs by you missing and them making. It comes with turnovers, easy buckets, second opportunities, and you add all that up, it's an 18-0 run.
Here's Eric Spoelstra afterwards, after game 4, talking about what happened after they got that 9-point lead.
Played a little bit slower. And yeah, there wasn't a lot of flow to the offense, and then they capitalized on that. You know, getting out in transition, which they've been trying to do, is speed this thing up a little bit, and then they knocked down some threes, and it just, you know, they got the 2-point lead just like that, and then from that point, you know, they mostly had control of that second half. You have to credit them for that. They defensively took advantage of our ball holding. And we're, you know, a little bit late getting into our stuff. You know, and they have good individual defenders. So, you know, we have to do this thing collectively. That's when we're at our best. And then obviously really dial into, you know, the transition and the threes. You know, when they get, you know, a couple to go down, they're just like us. You know, then it can turn into more.
There you go, Spo afterwards, and yeah, it was one of those things. You could just tell that it was unraveling quick, giving up the ball. The ball was stagnant in that third quarter too.
If there's one trait that I hate, well, not just the Heat, but all basketball. When you're getting back into a game or you trying to create some flow, the ball always seems to move, open guy, a lot of movement or whatever. And I hate when teams get comfortable, they throw it to one guy and then watch.
Yeah.
Right? That's not what got you there.
It was everybody watching Jimmy.
That's not what got you there. That's not what got you up 3-0. Like at some point it got to click. Guys, let's get back at this.
Yeah. Yeah, it was,
and it never did.
It was
not
basically
that second half.
It was, you know, Jimmy had a keep him afloat third just because it was getting really bad, and Jimmy kind of kept it manageable.
And I'm tired of seeing Kyle amongst the trees.
Why? That's his thing.
I know it's his thing.
That's his thing.
It's his thing. But holy smokes.
It's a dangerous game. I mean, he does.
It's a dangerous game messing around them trees.
But that's what he does. He makes him look a fool. Yeah. Yeah, he had a rough one yesterday. Kyle stunk up the joint. Bam stunk up the joint.
It was a bad game.
Bad game.
Like, look, it's a race to 4. You have 3. Don't give them a bunch of opportunities. You need to go out there and play good basketball. I can deal with playing good basketball and losing.
Tell you what,
I can't deal with playing a style of basketball you haven't played all postseason.
Stan Van Gundy was making fun of Tyler here on the broadcast.
Yeah, oh yeah. He said, I know I'm not one to talk about somebody's attire, but what is he wearing?
He's Scotty dripping. That's what he wears. He loves the hats. That's a big thing for him now, huh? He's very much into the hats. So, one day I think
Tyler start practicing.
Yeah, he's allowed to start dribbling and shooting. Still no timetable. I think even the report of the Herald was it's not likely he's going to come back, but
right.
It's still it is.
I would. Here's what terrifies me. I don't want to see Tyler having to guard Jaylen Brown Jason Tatum. Or
Oh, he's
Bron.
not coming back for that one.
No,
Yeah,
but I'm just saying. Like that would terrify me.
I'm not that scared. Like, I feel like the thing is, like, how much could they have used him last night? You know, like, I get everybody always thinks.
Well, it was a team thing, dude. So no matter who you had in that game, it seemed like the ball was going to be stagnant. Like it wasn't an individual thing. It was a team thing of how the ball stopped moving. So if you add another guy who could score, it's not going to change that mentality that they started playing with.
I think that I just think that everybody's a little bit too much in the direction of writing the guy off, because it's like you can't prove it otherwise. Like the Heat have been playing excellent.
I'm not writing him off.
I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are, but a lot of fans, they're like, "Oh, we don't need him. We don't want him back." And I'm like, you don't know that Tyler Hero can't be a help. Like, I know things have been going good, but to just write a guy off who is your second leading scorer in the season,
that is the biggest issue for a coach at any level. And we've had this conversation about Bob and Lion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lion's playing pretty good, right? But they decided to go with Bob, and look at what Bob's done. So you can't discredit what Tyler brings to the game. But I do believe that the guys that are replacing him are better on the other side of the ball, and that may be more needed now than the additional points. That's all I'm getting at. I'm not saying that Tyler can't help, but I'm saying that what those guys have done defensively throughout the playoffs has been the impetus of these guys.
Look, but I think the thing is, like, those guys playing great, particularly Gabe and Caleb, for the buoy they've had. Yeah, but you never like the buoy they've had. Like, they've raised to the top because he's not been there.
Oh,
you know.
All right. I don't know if that was redneck talk or you actually heard that somewhere.
That's right.
They got that Caleb and Namdi, they on the buoy, and
I just think just having the more options is always good for you.
Yes. I'm not gonna just disregard what Tyler brings to the game. But I will say this, that what those two guys have done defensively, I think has had more to do with where this team is than what they've done offensively.
They've look at this series, they basically rendered Kevin Love pretty useless. Like Spo wants to get Caleb Martin in there as much as possible, and you never see Kevin Love again. Mm-hmm. He's basically token starting him at this point.
Right. And so from that standpoint, you're taking that risk. You're taking the risk of, say, if you were to put somebody like Tyler back into the lineup, knowing of his scoring ability, you're taking away from what has gotten you this far in this series or any other series, which has been the defense of Gabe and Caleb. So I'm just trying to figure out. Spo does, and I will say this, Spo does an excellent job of working these things out so that they don't become an issue. But from my perspective, I don't know how that would work out. And I'm just curious to know if people are willing to, like you say, hey, you can't just disregard 20 points a game, the second leading scorer. And I'm like, yeah, but how you've won these playoffs has been defensively.
Yeah, not all of them. I mean, like, a lot of it, they've had games where they've been pretty tremendous offensively.
Yeah.
But it all seems like an argument for nothing. It doesn't sound like he's coming back anyway.
Right.
Take a quick break. Howard Tua coming up next.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
An Odyssey station. It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Our Tua of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 o'clock. Dolphins OTAs in the midst, dude. Duke Riley had the orange jersey yesterday, Leroy. That's FYI.
And you wonder why I call you super fan.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
And what would be the most insignificant gesture in all of sports? An orange jersey in OTAs.
That's not okay, dude. You know what? I love you. I respect your football opinions. You lived it. Don't say things you can't take back, okay, dude? I don't appreciate it. Don't mock the orange jersey, dude, okay?
I'm going to do one better.
You just tread lightly.
I'm going to do one better. I don't care that you think my orange jersey opinion is garbage. I'm telling you, it's garbage.
It's not garbage, dude. Take it back.
No.
Take it back.
No.
-1.
For what?
Sass.
It's not sass.
No, I don't like it, dude.
-1 for sass.
I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to say this, and then me and you going to have to get into it. If that orange jersey ends up on somebody's back that don't make the team, then you will agree it meant nothing.
No. Like, I don't understand why you would mock winning the day. That is what the orange jersey is for. And by the way, first couple of people, Jaylen Waddle, who's a star, Duke Riley, who's been on the team for like 3 years. All right. Looks like Jason Momoa. Like,
can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody getting hit.
Yeah, but you got it's phase 2, dude. Phase 2.
You are something special.
See that Jaylen Waddle was wearing penguin earrings yesterday.
Again, orange jersey and penguin earrings.
What's wrong with that?
How many games would that win you?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I just know, you know. Are you looking through a periscope?
Yeah.
Or is that
I'm looking through my donut. 0.
It's like
orange jersey and penguin earrings don't win 0 games.
Just trying to have some fun, baby.
Oh yeah, you can have fun. Well, just call it that. Fun. Don't make it all more serious than it is.
No, dude. Like, listen, I'm not trying to make it serious. I'm just like,
yes,
look,
you are. Yes,
no,
you are.
You
made a big deal about it. It was a hot topic. Who's wearing the orange jersey?
Of course.
And then all your brethren that are out there covering the team are going to also make it a point of talking about this orange jersey. And I'm saying to you this. It is wasted ink if one of the guys wearing the orange jersey is not even on the team when they start playing football.
Yeah, but 2 of the guys so far.
Yeah, but my ass. Yeah, but my ass. You think those guys thinking, oh, I got the orange jersey, I'm making the team?
No, but Jaylen Waddle's making the team.
No, but again, if you say no, then you agree with me. It has no matter on how many games they win.
That's not true.
Really?
Everybody knows you start winning games in the spring. That's a thing. Everybody knows that. Of course.
Okay. And when you mean everybody, you don't mean any of the players.
The players, the coaches, the organization. You know, what do you think?
The organization says that to get everybody in OTAs.
No, dude, you got to work when no one's watching. You got to work when no one's watching.
You know what the proudest moment of a coach is? Here's what I'm gonna tell you the comments. Here's how it goes. Coach, ask me a question. How OTAs going?
Hey, Coach, how are OTAs going right now?
Well, look, we got 95% of the guys in, and 5% are rehabbing. So basically, we got 100% in. So we got full participation in OTAs.
That's awesome.
That's it. That's what that's for.
Yeah, but that's great.
Sure.
Like, dude, you can't work like Rockwell. Feel like somebody's always watching you.
-1.
Wow, he did a no-look -1 on your ass. All you can see, like, Glad was over doing some work, and all of a sudden you see his arm.
Some guy texted. He says, "If Giannis is out here shooting threes, Bam can surely take some and make some." Yeah, let me ask you something loud. How many threes did Giannis make during the Heat series? Go look at that.
We wanted him to shoot him.
Go look it up.
Shoot
Go look it up, dude. Great take. You mean old Mr. Failure doesn't exist?
Why are you lashing out at another fan?
It's a stupid take.
Oh, wow.
It's a stupid take. Well, Giannis takes threes. Yeah, okay, great. And you know what everybody does when he does? Whoo!
Yep.
He takes threes.
Why would a guy who's unstoppable going to the rim pull up and shoot a three?
According to Al Macco, he says, WEI posts the question, if the Heat sphincter started to tighten.
Down 3-1.
Wiggy, how tight do you think is the Heat sphincter?
Hey, in the words of my boy, Bomani Jones, does the Heat have the onion booty?
They do not.
No, they do not. Not yet. I would say
be assured that Jimmy Butler's booty is quite relaxed right now.
I would say this. You can't even bring up these questions until after game 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
I'm not.
Call me if the Heat are heading back to Boston for game 7, then we can talk about tight cheeks.
So let me ask you a question. Would everybody feel different if the Celtics had won game 3 and the Heat had won game 4?
Schmeeth and Schmaldick says it's lemon booty, you idiot. Onion booty is a website you can't visit at work.
Lemon
he's
booty.
right.
That's it. It is lemon booty.
Point for
Did you tweet that to Bomani Jones the other day? Did you tweet him onion booty?
Yeah.
He's probably like, what the hell is Leroy talking about?
Yeah.
I didn't coin that phrase.
Lemon booty. That's it. So would people feel different if the Celtics had won game 3 and the Heat won game 4? You're in the same spot, but would you feel different?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a race to 4. It's a race to 4.
When you're asking, do I feel different? I feel great. I don't understand. Like, I feel fantastic. The Heat are in such a good spot right now. And for any Heat fan that doesn't realize that, you're a dum-dum. I'm sorry to put it bluntly like that, but it's true. And by the way, any national media spokesperson, I saw a headline Goodell sent us that the real Celtics showed up. What? What does that even mean?
Lash from Boston, right?
What's that?
He's from New England, right?
He is from Boston, yeah.
Okay.
But he said, let's all put it in its proper context.
But it's one of these things where it's like, why? And I gotta tell you, like being on press row yesterday, you can tell who the national media is pulling for. I'm just gonna say that. You can tell.
A couple of fist pumps.
You can tell.
They want more games, bro. The West is done. Like, I'm shocked. Like, even though Denver was a better team, they're shocked that it was a sweep. So that the Miami Heat, the 8th seed, is about to beat their beloved Celtics, and there'll be 1 week of no basketball. National media doesn't want that.
I just like, and he goes like, "You're not supposed to cheer on Media Row." It's like, I know, but it's an aura. You can just tell. It's a vibe, and like, I know who you guys are rooting for. All right, national writers.
Wait.
I know who you're rooting for.
Can I just say, this is hilarious coming from you.
I mean, a journalist. Boots on the ground.
Let me ask you: have you always had an unbiased opinion?
Oh, I have a biased opinion. I'm literally giving fist bumps to security guards, all my people as I walk down.
Okay.
And I say to them with journalists behind me, I say, Heat and 5, Heat and 5, Heat and 5, Heat and 5. That was all I did yesterday. But I wasn't in the press box. But once I get into the press room, journalist mode. I know. I'm a chameleon, dude.
No, you're a flip-flopper and a phony.
I'm not a flip-flopper nor a phony.
Point for Leroy.
Some headlines brought to you.
Dude, listen, accept it and live with it.
No.
It's okay.
I'm not a flip. What did I flip flop on?
All I'm gonna do is when you go after people who do the same things you do, I have to step in and say something.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I think that I get to blend the lines as a person. These people like to guise themselves as journalists. You know, like I know that I live on the fence. You know, you don't live on, dude. You don't live on the fence. Here, you know,
here's where you are. You are in the Heat's backyard in a swimming pool eating barbecue.
That's not true.
Right?
That's not true, dude. I'm not saying Alonzo Mourning is not cooking. Alonzo Mourning is not cooking shish kebabs for me over there.
Yep. Y'all, listen. You in the pool out in some fancy house.
That's not true.
With a big H in the bottom of the pool with flames.
I'm not doing
big
that.
heat flames on the bottom of the pool.
Bernie is not over there. Bernie's not over there making my ties. That's not happening.
Yes, Bernie's making my. Come on, dude. Stop. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not a fan with good access, dude. I don't appreciate that.
What do you call it?
I'm doing work.
Listen, dude. I've never, ever said you didn't do work. Okay. But let's not confuse what your work is. Your work comes with an agenda, right? Because
I can't deny that. I have an agenda.
Wait. Nobody can say anything about the Heat. Nobody, no fan can get flustered.
You can get flustered when it's appropriate.
And you determine when it's appropriate.
Yes.
Okay.
I am the voice of Heat Nation. Make no mistake. No mistake.
I give you that. But that's my point. When I say it to you, right, that you out in a floaty and
I'm not in a float. No, I don't. But I'm not that. Like,
eating a hot dog, right? Then you say no, but you just said I'm a spokesman for the Heat, basically.
You know what I like to think of it of? It's kind of like when I'm at a Heat game. It's like my Heat fandom is on airplane mode. It's there, but it's just subdued.
No, it's not.
It is. I swear, dude.
Dude. Hold on.
You think that I'm going in there?
When they went up 3-0, your journalist hat went in your back pocket.
That's not true.
And the first thing you sent 5 seconds after the game was Leroy.
Again, though, that happens. I leave press row. I am now walking to the press room. That's a freedom zone. That's a Tobes is allowed. That's a safe spot. I'm allowed to be willy-nilly top hats and monocles Tobin from press row to the press room. I just have a little fun ski. But once I get to the press room, flip the switch.
Dude.
All business.
You have never lied so much.
Dude, you think you think that I'm at,
I saw you high-fiving Jimmy Bam.
That's not true.
You might as well be dancing with the golden oldies. I'm telling you.
Love the gold.
What are you doing? What are you doing? But it's okay. Here's what I don't get. It's okay. I let you have that. But why, when I say you are that, you get offended?
Well, I don't
like you. Like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are.
I don't like that you think that I feel like you think like I'm there, like with like Heat.
You're there to see the game close. Let's be clear.
No, that's not true.
You're there to get a good view of the game.
Nope.
Right? no pictures or ever come.
Oh, that's not
that
true.
have
Dude.
anything to do with the game. It's
Dude,
always about
I'm not
the
gonna let you do
celebrities that are there.
Dude, yesterday. I put together a highlight reel of Nikola Jovic. All right, I was watching his moves. You know, I was talking to Karan Butler about Jovic yesterday. Boots on the ground. That guy's gonna be good. Let me tell you. Woo. Get a little hot and bothered thinking about it right now.
Oh my goodness.
Jovic, dude.
Goosey.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Hmm?
The term "goosies galore," right? What part of journalism does that fit? Where does that fit in journalism?
That's not my fault though. Like if I'm walking through the arena and people shout at, like, yes, I go through the arena and a lot of people will chant at me, "Boots on the ground, Goosies galore,
right?
8-5, task at hand." That's not my fault. Like I can't
really.
If the people want what they want, like what is that? What do I? I am what I am.
Right. But why when I tell you, why when I call you that, you get offended?
Feels like
Okay, Tobin Parcells. Look at him. I am what I am. What are you?
Oh, what is that? No, what is that? That's green eggs and ham.
I think that's Popeye.
Popeye?
I am. What are you, Eminem all of a sudden?
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
Why do you not like hearing everything that you admitted to being?
I don't like when you say it.
Point for Tobin.
Headlines brought to you by the new.
That's where. So now the truth comes out. It ain't got nothing to do with being called. It's if I call you that.
Headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Panthers look to complete the sweep of the Carolina Hurricanes tonight. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Puck drops at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock pregame here on 560 WQAM. Paul Maurice said yesterday they're optimistic about Barkey playing. They will have more clarity today. See if we get an update there for you on that.
Can we get an easy one? I know it's hard, but I'm just like the intensity of this. I mean, all these games going to overtime. Yeah, man. I've watched a lot of sports, but there is nothing that keeps you on the edge of your seat more than playoff hockey. Right? Because the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, the penalties, the shots on goal, it is holy smokes.
And Marlins lost to the Rockies yesterday, 5-4. Series continues with Sandman on the hill tonight.
Oh, throwing in that thin air.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Oof. All right, we'll
take movement on the ball, 100 miles an hour.
Yep.
Hey, you know what I'm going to hear? Here's what I don't want to hear. Exit velocity.
Take a quick break. Back after this.
It's our number 2 with Tobin and Leroy.
Oh, do you know what this is? One shot, one kill. What's the deal?
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. It's May. We've decided to have Dave & Buster's month continue. We got your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave & Buster's to watch the NBA and NHL playoffs, which have been pretty awesome down here. Go to WQAM.com, enter on the contest page. If you win, you can go to Dave & Buster's with your gift card, have a party all on us, and Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Little update for you, Leroy. Game 4 tonight, Eastern Conference Finals, Cats and Canes. Paul Maurice says Sasha Barkov, good to go.
Cool.
Goosey!
I want to see so many rats on that ice tonight. Let me tell you something right now, dude. Bring your broom. Are you allowed to bring brooms into the arena? Bring your brooms. Bring your rats.
Find one.
I want it to rain rats like it looks like one of the Egyptian plagues. Nothing but rats. Like 96, dude.
Like a scene from Indiana Jones.
Dude, rats galore. I want rats on rats on rats. I want to give Ratsco Goodis. Get him out. Let's go.
Now, wait. Now, let's be clear. After the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, you can get a power play.
No, I'm talking about once they win, once they finish the job. I want so many rats. Kachuk can't skate off the ice like he likes to.
Are they going to celebrate?
Hell yeah.
Are they going to pour champagne in the locker room and stuff like that?
No, I don't think it's champagne. You do some beers. Yeah. I think
you get you get a trophy.
I know you get the trophy, but are you gonna like celebrate? Like, because I need to wear the proper attire.
Oh, I don't. Oh, you mean like so you need like a poncho?
I might need a poncho. I can't wear J's tonight.
Your boots on the ground.
What I mean, I'm boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. There we go. Vlad's boots on the ground tonight. I don't see Leroy calling him a fan with good access. Call Vlad a journalist.
I am.
Exactly. You want to hear some great?
He had his moment, and it's over.
Yeah, I took my beating a week and a half ago.
Let's hear from Mike McDaniel. Dolphins added a tackle. What?
Clearly, if he was there to do the interview, he wasn't doing too much damn basketball games.
Well, it was in the morning. Here is
exactly. You just boxed yourself in.
I already admitted that. We already had this discussion.
Okay, fine.
Here was Mike McDaniel. They added a tackle, Isaiah Wynn. Here is Mike McDaniel.
What does the addition of Isaiah Wynn mean to the right tackle situation and Austin Jackson? Is that an open competition?
No, anytime that you can add wins to a roster, right? So I did there? Yeah, still got it. I've been training all offseason.
-1.
That was terrible.
That was horrible.
First of all,
that is a Tobin joke.
Let's be clear. He added a guy that nobody ever heard of. So the fact that he thinks he's going to add wins, I'm telling you, it can never hurt to have depth.
It's a great joke, dude. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's the offensive line. Here, this is the honest truth. Think of the offensive line as the Heat having an 8-man rotation, right? At some point, you're going to probably have to go 6 or 7, maybe 8 deep. So what you want to have in those first 8 offensive linemen is usually one of your guards can play center. Usually you have a right tackle that can also play guard.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a couple of left tackles. Either you bump the left guard out or you bring in a left tackle. You try to avoid moving guys to other sides of the line. That is very difficult, and I don't think people understand how difficult that is to move a guy from the left side of the line of scrimmage to the right or from the right side to the left. It's everything that you do has to be from your techniques have to be flipped. It's almost like learn how to golf left-handed.
I mean, I'd be surprised. Look, you're going to go into this year. 3 spots solidified, obviously, at left tackle Armstead, Connor.
Yeah,
Williams,
but you're
your
still
center.
going to need a left tackle because he don't play all the games.
Totally fair.
So
He does. He's a 13, 14 gamer, in a 17 game season for sure. But like Austin Jackson has to be the favorite, I would think. Like he's still their first round pick. His season ended last year of injury. You're really like, when he played, it wasn't great, but it also like I don't think like you still have to.
He needs the reps. And I think this year will be telling for him.
Supposedly he's in good shape. That's what the word was at OTA. He looked in good shape.
Have you ever heard of a guy coming back that they draft in the first round that they come in and say, you know what, he hasn't taken care of his body?
Yeah, Makai.
No.
Trying to think.
Makai back in of the Jets. Yeah, last year. Yeah, they said.
But guess what? He's no longer with the Jets.
No, he's still with the Jets.
No, he's still with
them.
He's
still with him.
He's just.
They didn't pick up his option. They didn't pick up his option. Okay.
Makai Becton's a huge Heat fan. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know.
Him and Eric Reed are like friends on Twitter.
Like best of friends.
Yep. Loves the Heat, Makai Becton.
So
that's why he had to sit in the nosebleeds.
So anyway, you need that depth. How it comes and who it comes from, that's for them to decide, right? But you're gonna need some flexibility at guard, and you're gonna need some flexibility at tackle because of what Armstead's gonna be. And so you have to do things in advance so that when those situations present themselves, you're not totally lost. So look for these OTAs, look for camp, look for scrimmages against other teams, look for a lot of guys to be playing different positions on that offensive line because that's where you solidify when you have injuries, when somebody goes down, when you need to make some changes, who can do what. And that's when you see the positions change and stuff like that.
That is listen, Armstead is great. And when he's out there, they were fine last year. They were, for the most part, really, really good. When he wasn't, it was
right.
But, they went into this last year kind of in the same situation with the same two guys with Eichenberg and Austin Jackson. Neither of those guys really got through the year. And they found at some point some okay things with with Shell on the other side, but I get it. But I don't know. I don't know how many Eagles, like how many teams around the league are looking around. They're like, we nailed this offensive line, all 5 spots.
You don't know until and that's the thing. Like, unlike a lot of other positions, the offensive line has to work really well together, right? It's all about a feel, a fit kind of thing. And as far as what room has to be the most in sync with how offense goes, it's not the wide receivers and the quarterback. It is the offensive line. Because they have a lot of adjustments they have to make. They have to figure out how to play next to one another. It's a lot that goes into it. So that's why when you look at offensive lines in the NFL, very rarely are they all first rounders. Like you always have a guy, oh, he was a 5th rounder. Oh, he was this. Oh, because it has to do with that fit. So if you can have depth, have flexibility. Bill Belichick was big on flexibility. Can a guy rush the passer but also drop in the coverage? Can a guy play inside, also rush? Can a safety play deep third but also come up and make a tackle, and be run support? A lot of different things that you want to have your offensive line be able to do. But most of all, the most important thing, and you'll start hearing this and seeing this with the reports from camp, is, oh, so-and-so played this position today. Oh, so-and-so played center today. Oh, so-and-so went from right tackle to left guard. They do a lot of this stuff in camp and OTAs just to get an idea of who can do what and how good they work together.
You think Wes Welker is being a intangible sensei to Braxton Berrios? Me too. I think so too.
And he's back.
-1.
No matter how much football I throw at your ass, you still can't. You can't shake it. You can't shake it.
What?
Right?
What do you mean? That's a fair question. You don't think he's teaching them the ways of the intangible?
So I just told you about how 7 or 8 guys and how they work the system and work OTAs or whatever to get them to fit. And your first response after that heavy football is, you think the two intangibles are working well together?
Problem?
Well, I mean, here it's Braxton Berrios. He's Latino, isn't he?
Yeah, but you know,
is that really
Cubano.
is that really considered?
Look at the way he plays. He plays
wait.
intangible.
No, he's a lot faster than Wes Welker, dude. He's a burner. But wait,
what did everybody think?
Wait. Can a Cuban be considered an intangible, or is he closer to me and Vlad?
He's closer to us.
Yes. So see, no, you're wrong. You can't even use that.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, it's absolutely true. It's
somebody. JFig said he's not Hispanic.
I don't know.
I thought Berrios was Cuban.
I mean, like
I'll look it up.
Nothing Google can't fix.
Google can't fix, right?
Yeah, but still, that your comments after what we talked about the offensive line, your comments are just ridiculous. That's why we fight. Your last comments is why we fight.
His grandfather is Puerto Rican.
Oh, Puerto Rican. I'm sorry. So he's Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rico.
Take a quick break. Back after this.
JOY.
All right, welcome back, you rat bastards. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. We take you up until 2 o'clock. We're streaming live on the Odyssey app, streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. Miami 560 WQAM. Go subscribe over there. Want to let you guys know that the Hyundai Air and Sea Show plus the U.S. Military Salute Fest is this weekend on Miami Beach, the greatest show above Earth. Showcases the men and women and technology and equipment from all 5 branches of the United States military. For tickets, visit usasalute.com.
Isn't the Air and Sea Show always on Memorial Day weekend?
Dude, these are the details you always ask me, and I'm like, why would I know that?
Because I know they didn't have it the last couple of years, and it was normally in Fort Lauderdale. But I'm just curious if it's the same one.
I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll look up the history of the Air and Sea Show. I'm not positive, though. I've never thought about it. But it would feel like that would make sense.
I still can't get over you calling Berrios intangibles.
Why?
You just... Because he's not.
Here's the thing, though. Like, all right, so what's the rules on this? Because, like, if it's paternal grandfather... so's my son, and I've seen my son play basketball.
What?
Like you said, oh, he's not intangibles because we looked up paternal grandfather is Cuban or Puerto Rican. Well, so's my son. I've seen him play basketball. Intangibles.
so he can't figure out the difference between jiu-jitsu and basketball?
I'm just saying. I'm just asking the question.
All right,
asking the question. You're not like I don't think that I don't know if that.
So was Kiko Alonso intangible?
I feel like he was. Yeah,
he's Cuban.
Yeah, but he's like he used his head as a battering ram,
and his athleticism as well.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think you're taking liberties with claiming intangibles.
I don't think I am. I think I honestly, I think you're.
Now, Wes Welker is intangibles. We got that. Every guy. Wait, here's what you call intangible. Runs good routes. Knows where to be on the field. Good relationship with the quarterback. Catches everything. That's intangibles.
Yeah, what do you think? Wes Welker's Jaylen Waddle?
No, Jaylen.
I mean,
Waddle,
you think Braxton Berrios?
Hitch and go to the house.
Yeah, Braxton Berrios isn't doing that.
Braxton Berrios is almost as fast, dude. I don't know what you.
What?
Yes.
Get out of here, dude.
He can run.
Not like Jaylen Waddle.
He's not that far off, dude.
What was his 40 time? You I think you're making him. I think you're trying to make him like the blur, dude.
Oh my God! I have to look this up now,
dude.
It was wait. Berrios 40-yard dash time out of high school was 4.48.
Yeah.
See what happened. What was
the combine?
Hold on. 4.4. That's not close.
I'm not saying he's out there like molasses. He's not like he's not Durham.
Pretty
Spike.
fast though.
Nah, that's the same speed as me, dude. That's not fast. That's not like game. I mean, it's football fast, but it ain't like I'm breaking you off. I'm breaking you off a little piece of something fast.
Dade South says Berrios is intangibles plus, like Disney Plus.
Point for Twitcher.
Right, because he has speed. 4.4 is not slow. Right?
It's not slow.
But
what was Wes Welker's speed though?
4.6?
Definitely 4.6.
Listen.
Odell ran a 4.4 too, so I'm just saying.
Right.
This goes uncomfortable.
Tommy is a tiny Peyton Pritchard.
Point for Richard.
I want to I look at the Celtics warming up yesterday.
It would be more. He's more like a Grant Williams, right? He ain't Peyton Pritchard. Grant Williams. Going in there with his hard hat, getting in people's face.
Peyton Pritchard's trying. I mean, what an idea! What an idea that was in game 1 by genius Joe Mazzulla. What do you think about Peyton Pritchard on Jimmy Butler? What do we think of that? Let's workshop it a little bit.
Not him.
Kyle Lowry, speaking of afterwards, this was Kyle Lowry on the Heat's loss yesterday, and them trying to bounce back. Low dog.
You look at it, you learn from it. Honestly, you learn from it. Every game in the playoffs is a different game. Every single night, every single game in the playoffs is going to be different. This was a different game. Now we got to go back, look at the film, get ready to prepare, and go try to get the next one.
When he looks at the film, I hope he looks at that play where he decided to heave it behind his head, and don't do that anymore.
You think
that was horrible?
You know who I blame? Gabe Vincent. Because remember, Gabe had that pass behind.
Oh, that was
back.
A sick pass.
And
that was a great pass.
Now everybody want to go to behind the back.
No, Leroy. He wasn't even trying to go behind the back. He went, tried to drive the lane, realized I'm gonna get my shot blocked, and he doesn't have the athleticism anymore to turn. So he basically just threw it right behind his head and was just hoping somebody was there. That wasn't I'm trying to do a Gabe Vincent.
It looked pretty.
It looked pretty to Boston.
Yeah, because
you're talking about the Kyle. I was talking about the Gabe.
No, Gabe was.
Oh,
sweet.
that
was too sweet.
The Kyle Lowry one, I was like, what the hell?
Hey, he not only threw it. He not only threw it behind him, but he threw them on a fast break.
Yeah, I was like,
he's like. Because he ain't getting back to defense before they get to the basket.
QB1
not going the opposite way.
QB1 a serious pick 6 there. That was that was tough. All right,
I just think it was a series of things that added up together at the wrong time. Usually they might have a stretch, but they kind of turn it around and kind of play more sound offense or defense, but that stretch right there, woo.
All right, we'll go to a team that's going to try and get the sweep tonight. Your Cats, Florida Panthers, Game 4 from FLA Live Arena. Get some cat talk coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's noon. Time for some cat talk here, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius party playing. Get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of your Broom Totin. Up 3-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals, Florida Panthers. Delicious. Delicious. Tastes like Carolina Tears.
Hurricane of Tears?
Hurricane of Tears, dude. Yeah. It's the mixed drink. We put a spin on the hurricane. Instead of some Southern Comfort, it's just Carolina Hurricanes tears in there. That's what we got going on. Panthers are back in action tonight. You, of course, can hear that game right here on 560 WQAM. If you guys missed this yesterday, we had Ryan Lomberg on the show. And the most important thing that needed to be asked was this of Ryan Lomberg, which was, did he, in fact, get the goosies from the crowd? And here was Ryan Lomberg, the Lamborghini.
Goosies or goosies galore, as far as how you felt yesterday?
Goosies galore for sure. With the pom poms going, you know, it's like it's so cool. You know, it's like you're in a video game, looking around, 20,000 people shaking their pom poms, light show going off. Everyone on their feet.
Don't let him.
No, let him talk about his experience, dude. If he got goosies galore, let Ryan Lomberg say he got goosies galore. This is tough, man.
Galore. Yeah, both options had goosies, so you might as well go with the galore one.
Fair point. Smart player. Why stop at goosies when you could have goosies galore?
That was literally, that conversation was between two meatheads.
You didn't approve?
He goes, why have goosies when I could have goosies galore? I'm like, the only other person who would say that is you.
He makes a good point, though. Like,
but Leroy, does that not mean that the Florida Panthers, they're cool with Tobin? Like they love Tobin's craziness, his goosies galore. Like they mess with him. Like that's his people.
I think here, to be honest with you, I think when people come on with us and we go off the beaten path a little bit, it kind of loosens them up a little bit because they all have that smile. Like, I don't care how serious a guy is, one of us will hit him up with a question that, oh, it's that kind of interview.
That's right.
Right? And so, but like, we just met Lomberg. We want to put, that we are into hockey and we fans of hockey and whatever. So we trying to keep it, we're getting our feet wet in this arena, right? Everybody hasn't had access to Bob like Tobin. And you just automatically go straight to silly sauce. And I'm like, we don't know if he's down with the silly sauce.
They're hockey players. They're all down with silly sauce.
All right.
All
right.
Be honest, Leroy. Do the Kachucks not seem like a good time?
Wait, do you know he plays on the same team with his cousin?
There's another one?
No, it's
you don't have to have the same lane.
Oh, you're talking about yeah. He was in Calgary too. I didn't know that.
He down here.
Yeah, I know.
What's his name? Finch? Oh god.
Yeah, I know. I saw him on Plus. I saw that whole thing. Yeah.
So I was like, wow, there's that whole family. Both like their dads played over 1,000 games in NHL.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah.
Did you like the Kachuk's backyard with the putt?
Well, more importantly, I like if they missed their little green, it was falling into the bay.
Yeah, that was a good house. Notice a lot of the Panthers like living on the water. It's a good choice.
Well, you know why? I mean, you like living in the water when it ain't frozen.
That's right. By the way, can I tell you something that pissed me off?
Not something else?
Yeah.
I mean, you get on me, but I got to tell you, there's a lot of things in life that ruffle your feathers.
I was looking at. I was perusing through Twitter yesterday. Right?
Oh.
And
can I say this?
Yeah.
Real quick. for a person who trolls everybody on planet Earth,
Yeah.
you seem to get affected by a lot of things on Twitter that maybe you shouldn't because you yourself are a troll.
Never thought about it like that. Anyway, so I see this. I'll tell you why.
You're gonna get a ticket. You just went right through the red light.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it pissed me off. I'll tell you why it pissed me off because like they tagged our station on it. So I was like, oh, all right, that's kind of odd. So I saw this. I saw this headline from somebody called Dan Wetzel. He's been writer for Yahoo for a while. I don't know what
Wetzel's good, man.
What does he cover? What is he? Mostly college sports.
College sports. Yeah.
I feel like I mostly see him cover
and that, but mostly college sports and basketball.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, all right. And the headline on Twitter, it says, no city has won both the Stanley Cup and the NBA title in the same year. Enter Miami, famed for its sports indifference, riding 2 blue-collar 8 seeds. Quote, we don't deserve this. And I was like, what? And then they tagged WQAM on this. And I was like, well, what the hell is this?
And guess what you did? Got you. Big mouth bass. They got you.
Well, I was curious. I was curious. I was like, why? Well, I was curious. I was like, well, why is he tagging the station? So
for this reason.
Let me finish the story there, Carnival Barker. Let me get to the point. So, all right. Leroy says, I bit. I did. I was curious. What did old Wetzel's Pretzels have to say? And so I guess what he was, I don't know if he was interviewing Joe Rose or if he was listening to the Joe Rose show, but it starts off, Joe Rose has been doing sports talk radio Miami for 31 years now and has never received a listener comment like the text that came into the 560 Sports Studios on Monday. Quote, we don't deserve it. Well, we don't deserve this, it read. Rose just laughed. The sentiment is no doubt being expressed by frustrated fans around North America who are looking with intense envy at both the NBA and NHL push to their respective titles. No city has ever had an NBA and Stanley Cup champion in the same year. Just 8 have hosted the finals in both leagues in the same year. None since 2003 when it was the Devils and the Nets. Devils won, Nets lost. Now, here come the Heat. Up 3-0 on the Celtics. This is obviously before yesterday. Up 3, Panthers up 3 on the Carolina Hurricanes. South Florida is just a couple of conference finals closeout games for playing for everything. This is a historic sports nirvana, and yet it's happening in a region whose sports fans are known for their lack of consistent interest and support. This is a Botox and bandwagon country. So it's fair to question, even from locals, do they deserve it? And I was like, hey, bro. First of all, we're still doing this with the whole, oh, they have bad fans down there. That Miami Heat arena is packed. All right. Every single game, packed. Been loud as hell. Amazing atmosphere. The Rats are raining down. The hockey, what the Panthers have been able to do over the last few years. I remember what it used to be like. I remember what it was when they were terrible and nobody would show up. But this is the thing that I get annoyed with and why Miami always gets swept up in this. Like, it's not like that in every other city around the country where people are not showing up when the team stinks. The only other place is like where? The Mecca. Like I said, dude, it's a tourist trap. You have millions of people coming to that city every day just to say I was there. And you want to know something? Here's the truth. Sorry, Vlad. That Mecca, it's got so many Let's Go Heat chants during the regular season. It's not even funny. Filled with Let's Go Heat chants. Go look it up. Go look it up. Wetzel, you're a journalist, allegedly. Go look it up. Go see hear the chants rain down like there aren't fans from other teams that go to other buildings too. So I just find it funny that once again, some outsider is out here trying to stir the pot. And he's like, well, let me tune into Joe Rose here for a few seconds, which I get it. Joe's been face of the station for a long time. And Joe said in this article, he goes, hey, man, we paid our dues. We've lost and not made the conference finals and all that. I don't think anyone can argue about the reputation of the fans here. It's part of what we are. But while I know it's not a big traditional market, we're not going to apologize to anybody. I'm sorry, but we're enjoying every last second of it. Yeah, as you should. Because you want to know something, dude? Here's the other thing. Every single one of these fans that comes down here, that talks about how great it is up in Boston or how great it is up in New York. Well, they didn't stay up there, did they? They like to come down here and enjoy the sunshine and enjoy all the benefits, all the lovely. And why wouldn't you? It's amazing down here. But you want to talk about the greatness of the Garden. It's been so intimidating. The Heat have won 4 of their last 5 in that vaunted place to play, Leroy. They went into Philadelphia and closed them out there last year, but it's such a great market and so intimidating, isn't it? Tired of this nonsense. Get the hell out of here. You knew there was going to be some jackal out there, though. But you want to know something, dude? Wetzel, do me a favor. Keep our tag out of your headlines, all right, dude? You want to listen in on the Joe Rose on the Odyssey app? That's fine. Keep your tags to yourself. You want to listen to somebody who will call you what you are, which is a charlatan and a hyena? You listen to this show right here, dude. Apologize. Hey, you want to know something, Wetzel? How about do me a favor? Stop having a lazy river of a column. Like, what is this? Oh, what could I do a column on? Oh, yeah, the Miami fans stink. Get the hell out of here, dude. And who deserves it? You tell me, dude. Who? New York? Get your bleep together. Maybe it'll happen one day. I don't know. Who? Philadelphia? You want to? I mean, you're trying to buoy them every single which way. Please, Philadelphia, please be good. They keep throwing up on themselves. So who deserves it? And by the way, what makes them so great? Because they throw piss snowballs at Santa? Now tell me who the good markets are. Chicago? I see that Wrigley Field when they're not good. Place is a ghost town, Leroy. A ghost town. Wetzel's Pretzels. Bum.
Hey, can I just tell you right about now, you getting filleted and put on the grill?
No, I'm not. He's getting filleted, dude.
No, I'm just saying, you bit.
He's getting
you bit.
No,
you bit.
He's getting served at my cocktail hour.
I knew
wrapped up in bacon.
I knew exactly what was going to happen when you said I was perusing Twitter.
Oh, the Panthers fan doesn't deserve this. Oh, who does? Toronto? Those idiots wanted Florida, and what did it get them? A gentleman's ass sweep, dude. Top hats and monocles for the Cats, but they deserve it. Why? Because they say so? Because they won a few games back in the 20s? That makes them better fans? Because they invented the game? Guess what, dude? People invented fighting, and then Hoist Gracie came along. Changed the game, dude. You guys had Matthew Tkachuk up in Calgary. You messed it up. He didn't want to stay in Canada. You want to know where he wanted to come there, Wetzel? I'll tell you where Matthew Tkachuk wanted to be traded to. South Florida, dude. That's where. If it's such a bad market, why does everybody want to be down here? Such a lazy article. Same thing all the time. That's why you have all these jackals.
Stop every time.
Yeah, because you tagged my station, dude. Don't tag my station. Do me a favor. Keep it to yourself. Yahoo Sports, as if anybody reads that anymore. Gone the way of the sporting news. Yahoo Sports. Yeah, you're an appropriate title for this so-called journalist. A true Yahoo. Dummy.
Oh, man. I love it. This is awesome.
Suddenly, one of the historically least passionate sports cities is having a full-blown affair with its tough, scrappy, opportunistic teams, led by hard-nosed superstars Jimmy Butler and Matthew Tkachuk. Oh, yeah. Jimmy Butler, who is in Philadelphia, is such a great sporting market. They appreciated him. Actually, Leroy, do me a favor. You can do the internet research because certainly Wetzel hasn't. Do me a favor and go look up some polls from Philadelphia sports radio stations. They'll have about 3,000 votes of who should you keep, Tobias Harris or Jimmy Butler. You'll see those poll results will have an 81 to 9%. It was an 81 to 19% difference in Tobias Harris in favor of keeping him as opposed to Jimmy Butler. Then, in fact, you'll go and you'll see things like people saying that Jimmy Butler was coming down to Miami to retire. Then you'll see something like Stephen A. Smith saying they'll never love you in Miami like they do in Philadelphia. You know, the same city that booed Ben Simmons out of there and broke him mentally because they're such great fans. They're such great fans. And Matthew Tkachuk, who left the haven of hockey to come to poor, Non-deserving South Florida. Heavens to Betsy. You mean because there's a few Canadians fans? No. A few Canadian fans that come down here.
Heavens to Betsy.
Yeah, because you're so offended that Matthew Tkachuk would want to come play in South Florida because it's amazing down here. Because we got a few ass models in the stand. Cover your eyes, Wetzel. We know you're going to peek right through the cracks. Bum ass article. Tired of all these idiots.
Huh?
Wait till they hold both of these trophies, dude. What are they going to do then? And then what are they going to do, Leroy? What are you going to do, Wetzel? You going to go back to making mole pretzels?
JFig, you ruined it with ass models. Are you done?
What?
Are you done?
Just don't tag my station, dude. Keep your tags to yourself, Wetzel. Do some real journalism. Don't listen to the Odyssey app for 3 seconds. Dumbass.
Jeez.
Said what I said.
Tell us how you really feel, Tobin.
I think
you're holding back.
I think that this guy and his article is trash. Basura.
Oh.
Fata.
Bum.
Creole.
Give this guy the bum guns. Fire the bum guns on this bum. I'm tired of it. Same thing all the time. Go cry about it, dude. Cry right into your laptop. Oh, they don't deserve it. Boo. Great. You want to know something? I won't deserve it while hugging the Larry O'Brien trophy and sipping out of the Stanley Cup. Not
Fire the bum
I'll
guns.
think to myself, oh, I don't deserve all this hardware. Cry about it, Wetzel. What else are you going to do? What did you write another? What else did you do? Did you write an NIL article about the Canes at FAU? I bet you did. I bet you did, though, didn't you? Why? Because it wasn't Duke? Idiots.
Wow.
What?
Got to tell you.
That loss really messed him up last night, man. He went after McDaniel. He went after Wetzel. You end with an EL.
You say I feel fine while you hose down half of your brethren.
Well, I read this before the loss, in fairness, Vlad.
And what about McDaniel?
Okay.
You went after him.
No, I just asked a question.
No, you didn't ask a question.
I asked a question.
You didn't ask a question like a question. You asked a question like a statement. Yahoo Sports. I think you need a hug or something, dude. Because for somebody who's not worried that much,
I'm not worried.
You have gone at a lot of people.
This has nothing to do with the series. The thing that's funny about it is they're so sad. They know what the inevitable thing is going to happen is, and they're like, oh, but they don't deserve it. Shut up. And who does? Tell me who does, Wetzel.
First of all, I can't get over his name, so I can't take nothing serious. He's named after one of my favorite treats. Wetzel's pretzels. The little hot dog pretzels. I don't like pretzels, but you throw a hot dog pretzel in there.
Always goes back to food with you.
Yeah, but just say it.
Take a break. Back after this.
in the moon. Spin my weed, smoke on my weed, tattoo on say it B-I-G.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Hey, shout out to Jim Larinaga. Got a new contract, Leroy.
Got an extension.
Extension. Yeah, whatever. Shing, shing. Deserved.
Yeah, they had another year.
Yeah, it goes through 26, 27.
Yeah, 2 more years.
He is, listen, that guy is, he's good. He's good.
He has changed the way people view Miami basketball.
No, not Wetzel. Doesn't, not Wetzel, apparently. But no, that dude obviously deserves it. I mean, like, I wonder. I am curious. Like, he's so young, like in his personality and the way he carries himself. Like, it doesn't feel like he's got to retire anytime soon. I mean, like the guy he's got so much. The guy feels like he's just got that pep in his step, like since he's been here. You know,
a lot of energy.
A lot of energy, dude. A lot of energy. It's crazy, and it feels like I can't believe it. Like that just happened. That Final Four run. It meant Dusty May, you know. And people always get mad, by the way, that we didn't mention Nova. Listen, we had the Nova coach on, dude. I mean, he wanted us to have the parade in Davie, so and by the way, was willing to do that in spite of the fact that I'm a Barry Buccaneer. I did get some dirty looks from the Bucks brethren, though.
Why?
Nah, they're like, hey, you better not be looking at those Sharks. It's a real Sunshine State rivalry and beef going on. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hello, guys.
What was you had a problem with my rant? Like, I don't understand what the issue was.
I didn't have a problem with your rant, but then you started throwing ass models out there, and that just deflected from your point.
How so?
Just it's not the main focus here.
It definitely isn't the main focus. I will give you that.
Don't.
But it is in your periphery.
I can't see your periphery because you're leaning back.
Hey, if I'm gonna just look, this is how it works. I'm walking, I'm talking, we having a chat. Ass model goes by, I'm gonna go. Keep my head straight.
Yeah,
peripherals.
Peripherals. Not you can't have head on a swivel. Too obvious.
Yeah. You just look. Let's just do a little.
Speaking
on with
of
your day. Never stop conversating. Never stop what you're doing. Just so listen. If you can move to a place that has not only a great environment to play, but also the sights are glorious. Why not? Why not mention them as part of the reasons why people come here? Like, guess what? You ain't gonna see women in overcoats like you will in Calgary. It's quite possible they're gonna be wearing a thong that exposes most of their buttocks, right? That being the case, he's not far off.
Hey, Tobin, what are you cleaning there?
Oh, that's my monocle. It's my monocle. Getting that ready for Thursday.
What about tonight?
Well, I don't need a monocle for tonight. We're going to do this ungentlemanly tonight. Brooms already ready, dude. Brooms already ready. Brickwall Bob's going out. Hey, haven't talked to him? Come on. We got this tonight, baby.
We got Lomberg.
We got this tonight, dude. Woo! Woo! Now, what are the rules when they sweep? Am I allowed to talk to him before the Stanley Cup Finals or not till the trophy?
We'll visit that. We'll visit that when we get there.
Cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm with you.
Because
until then,
you're gonna have a lot of time. Wait, here's
JFig.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You're gonna have a lot of time off. So if you go talk to him soon, he can get the stink off before they actually play hockey again.
Dave South says, "Mush with no access."
We need that one.
Stun Steve says, "Not until after he lifts the cup." That might be the smart way to go.
All right.
I still want to talk to the butcher.
Oh, he was on with Joe.
Do that.
I was very taken aback by his accent.
Or Barkov. I got to apologize to Barkov.
Because I'm not like, I have no idea where they're from based on their names. I'm just not good at that.
Czech, Finland, Canada's always a good guess. Sasha.
Is Kachuk? Yeah, he's Canadian with Jason Tatum, right?
No, Kachuk's American.
Oh, is it Kansas City?
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Yeah, isn't that?
Missouri, yeah. Missouri. Anyway, speaking of the Panthers, going to be throwing some rats tonight. But until then, coming up next, Rats Off a Ship. Back after this.
Ah.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our favorite Wednesday game. That's our ship. It's where we hand the reins over to JFig. She gives us some topics. We tell you whether we like our rats to stay on the ship or if we want them swimming. What do we have today, Murderer?
Number 1. Wetzel's pretzels hating ass.
Rats off a ship on Wetzel. I mean, filth article, not even journalism. Simply just filth that he put on the internet.
Let's better Tobin article.
No, whatever. It's whatever he put up there was straight garbage. And your pretzels, not as good as Rolls Golds. So you can go to hell, dude.
I'm rats off a ship. I like Annie Ann's.
Rats off a ship.
Annie Ann's is good, dude. I mean, it is the hot dog pretzel. Yeah. Even the little pretzel nuggets. Are you a pretzel nuggets fan, or do you like the whole big hot dog?
I like the big one. I like the hot dog because you can put, like, some of them have jalapeno and cheese. Ooh. They have like different types of cheese on top.
You like them all pretzel, Vlad?
Love them all pretzel.
I don't like regular pretzels though. The only pretzels I have is hot dog pretzel and cinnamon pretzel with the little dipping stuff.
Cinnamon pretzels is
Although, like, can we just say a cinnamon pretzel, basically a knockoff churro?
No, churro's much crunchier and it's hot.
I feel like they have a different taste.
They have a different taste.
Yeah.
What about you, JFig? What are you with Wetzel?
I'm super rats off a ship. Who do you think you are?
Who does he think he is?
Rats off a ship.
Pretzel air. Vlad?
I'm off this ship, man. I'm off it. That's messed up. And I'm not even, that was unnecessary. That was uncalled for.
It really was. It was uncalled for. A real party.
You shouldn't be throwing shots at two teams that are up 3-0. Right?
Ridiculous.
And knock the region, like knocking the region. That's the thing. Like if you have a problem with South Florida, just say you have a problem with South Florida. Don't take it out.
So did he not have a problem with Tampa when they won the Stanley Cup?
I don't know. Who knows?
Right? No.
Why
It's
not us?
But remember, it's not only the Stanley Cup. It is Stanley Cup and NBA Final. This is winter sports, right? These are what you consider winter sports.
Where is he from?
I don't know.
He's got to be from the Northeast.
Pretty sure he's from hell.
Because what I would say is that how can you say anything about the Heat that have probably had more championships in their sport than any region that you are from?
Funny enough, he's actually from 123 Chris Sims Lane.
He's from Norwell, Massachusetts.
Oh, shocking, dude. Shocking. They don't deserve this. Tatum deserves it. I deserve it.
It makes sense now, Tobin.
Right. It does.
I'm siding with Tobin. You know why?
Bum.
I'm going to tell you why. He thought the city that was going to do it would have been his city.
Yep.
With the Bruins being the best team in hockey and the Celtics having a great chance of winning the NBA final or being.
They don't deserve it. We do.
And now they both lost. Well, Bruins lost to the Panthers and the Celtics are about to lose to the Heat. That's why. It's hate, man. He's drinking haterade. Rats off the ship.
Number 2, JFig.
Off a ship. Roger Goodell's new contract.
Not rats off a ship. Like, who else am I going to hate on? I don't want to learn to hate a new guy. I like hating on Roger Goodell. There's a part of me that likes hating on him, That's part of the commissioner's gig.
If he's commissioner long enough, he'll be able to buy a team. Paying 40, 50 million a year? He's been there for 20 years?
I don't think he wants to own a team. He just gets to collect. All he has to do is deal with a little bit of riffraff every year. And what does he do?
Right.
What are you?
I'm not rats off a ship. I mean, clearly he's moved the needle and made everybody in the sport more money. And you can complain about the games or the flexing of games or whatever, but don't nobody complain when their pockets get fatter.
That's
right.
True.
And I would always say,
who's the guy who always votes against him? Is it Jerry Jones or is it Kraft? I forget which one. I think it's Jerry Jones.
I mean, Jerry Jones, like, I can understand why an owner wouldn't want to pay somebody $40-50 million a year.
It does feel like you could have somebody do that job for like $4 million.
Dude.
Feels like you could.
Hey, you don't even understand.
It feels like they could get Commissioner G Leaguer and they could get that guy on a budget. You know? Yeah.
The one thing I'll say about the NFL is in the last 40 years, they've only had 2 commissioners.
Yeah.
So, like, kudos to the NFL, whether you like it or not. They have been consistent with that. And I think both parties, and Paul Tagliabue and Roger Goodell, have done an excellent job of creating more money for everybody involved in football.
And are great at covering up scandals.
Scandals?
I mean,
well, you mean covering up scandals from his bosses? Yeah, I'd be more inclined to do that too.
No, bosses, player safety. I mean, they're just great at it.
Yeah,
top notch. Invest in the game. $40 million. JFig?
More than that.
My rats will remain on the ship.
All right. What about you, Vlad?
Rats stay on the ship.
All right. You get to stay with us, Roger. What's number 3, JFig?
Jaylen Waddle putting on weight to run some people over.
Saw this yesterday. Not rats off a ship. You know what happens when you have...
We're doing this again, right? We're doing this again. You said this with Tyler. You said this with Dunks. Like, dude.
No, he said it. I mean, he said it. He was like challenging people to arm wrestling. And what I have to say to this is, look, you know what happens when Waddle puts on some muscle? Got yourself a real emperor penguin.
Vlad, quickly.
Why?
That's terrible.
-1.
I was trying to see if there was anything that was funny about it. I'm like, that's why I took a delay, and I'm like, nah.
So here's the deal.
So wait, you're rats off a ship?
I'm not rats off a ship for this reason. A couple extra pounds won't hurt him. But he ain't gonna never gain enough weight to start running fools over. Your job is to run away from folks. Catch the slant, go up the seam, and use your jets. Right? I'm not looking for him to try to run over anybody. It's not going to end well for him.
Look, there's only a couple people on
if
the team.
If he gains 10 pounds, what are you going to weigh? 170?
Here's who I want running people over on the team. Okay? This is the list. Jeff Wilson, and that's the list.
Everybody else is on this team because they can burn.
Yeah.
And because they can fly. Let's leave it at that. But
Tua?
I will say this. Putting a couple of extra pounds and getting stronger, all that does is help him be able to withstand the hits that he'll take during the course of a year. So I'm not going to be rats off a ship. The reasons why I'm a little skeptical. Right? Because you, with a 170-pound dude putting on 10 pounds to be 180, you still the smallest guy on the field.
I just like the fact that he's wearing penguin earrings. I mean, last year he surprised us with the color contacts. That was cool.
You are, dude.
He's so extra.
Yes, that's what it is.
I am on
That's what it is.
2 hours of sleep today. I just want everybody to, like, it was the longest drive home yesterday from the arena. For whatever reason.
Was it raining?
No.
Because it rained last night.
For whatever reason.
Thundering right now.
For whatever reason, they decided last night, let's rebuild all of the turnpike. And like every 3 miles, they cut off lanes. And I was like, what the hell is going on? It is 1 a.m. Why are there so many cars out here?
Rats off a ship that.
Anyway, what about you, JFig? Swole Jaylen Waddle.
No, I'm not rats off a ship.
All right.
I also can't wait to see pictures and then have Leroy hate on them. So.
What are you talking about, dude?
She's right. He is going to do that.
Here's all
orange jersey today.
Here's all I'm saying is that you're not on this team for your ability to be physical. You're on this team for your ability to run away from folks. So him saying, I'm gaining weight so I can run over fools, when that ain't the reason why you here, yes, I don't have a problem with that.
What about you, Vlad? Swole Jaylen Waddle?
I don't like slow Jaylen Waddle.
Mm.
You might run over DJ Reed or try to stiff arm Sauce Gardner. So I don't like that. I don't like it. I'm Rats off a shipper.
You know what the problem is also? When somebody says something like that, you know who I immediately think of?
Who?
The big for nothing center that the Heat had to get rid of.
Whiteside?
Yeah. Talking about, I could shoot the three. You ain't here to shoot the three. Stop saying you can shoot the three.
His quote was, "There's a difference between not being able to shoot and not being allowed."
Right. Which nobody cared about. Nobody. So nobody cares if you come in here like David Boston.
What do we at, JFig? Number 5?
Number 4, actually.
Number 4, JFig.
You can't even count. You so tired.
Very tired.
So don't let shot on poor Tobes. The new Indiana Jones movie.
Rats off a ship. Can I tell you something?
I didn't even know there was a new movie.
Coming out. I think it's coming out next week. Can I tell you? I've never seen an Indiana Jones movie. Never.
I saw the first couple.
Never seen an Indiana Jones movie.
-1.
I've never seen one, Vlad. I don't know anything about it. I know he's got to get like some probably treasure, and he runs from a big rock. And
you
he has
know
a
what it
whip.
is?
All I know is the big rock.
There's always big rock rolling and snakes and rats.
Anything I know from Indiana Jones is like a
all the
Looney
ones you
Tunes
can put-
parody.
Here's the only ones you could put all these in the same category. What's the treasure hunter movie with
National Treasure?
National Treasure, Indiana Jones, and what's her name?
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft. Those are all the same type, same situation, same presentation, just different people.
I just have a question.
They all have the same kind of feel to them.
I just have a question. Isn't Harrison Ford tired?
I know one thing he is old as hell.
Does he want to take a nap? I don't know.
I mean, I figured after we saw him in Star Wars that like, wow.
They killed his ass.
Yeah.
Dade South says that Tobin is Indiana scones.
Point for Twitcher.
My favorite one is still the one from yesterday.
I hate scones.
That just
Silence of the Ham.
Silence of the
Ham. That was.
But wait, so here's the deal. I don't like scones either, and I don't like those cobblestones. Like nobody likes those little hard ass cookies, right? Like it tastes like stale bread. I don't like that.
Dolphin Kane says, "I'm waiting for Leroy Horde in the Publics of Doom." It's just Leroy. I can just picture Leroy with the hat waiting at the subs line. We'll be right with you. No, you won't.
You see him out of nowhere. Nope.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll get back into the Heat. They lose last night. Back after this.
WQA
Hey, Homer hanging on my neck. The bracelet matches a set. My brother name is Tina Dollar. Stop all that.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you up until 2 o'clock here. Let's get to your headlines brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Hold up that Celsius again there, Leroy. What do you got there? You got a little green apple cherry. What do you got going on?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What's JFig got? What do you got? A little strawberry lemonade there, JFig? Is Scooby drinking some Celsius?
Scooby loves being around the can. I don't know what it is, but this
is it cold?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Look, Celsius always
Kiwi
rings
guava.
fire. We got a big one for the cats.
Please say that again. What flavor do you have?
Kiwi guava.
Not guava.
Yeah, guava.
So do I.
No, it's not guava.
Yeah, it is.
It's guava.
That's guava.
Yeah. Gringo.
Look
Stop
it up. I'll check it out right now, dude. I'll go to Siri right now, dude.
Don't go to Redneck Siri. Go to regular.
If I go to Redneck Siri, that there guava. Isn't that there tequila, Jose Guava? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Pronunciation. Here we go. What was that? Guava. Ah, that's right.
Oh, look, I'm right. Cool.
I could hear it in the background.
You can definitely hear it.
Stop playing with the English language.
Well, let's get to before that, let's get a weather update, Leroy, for the Desmond and Dover Law Firm.
Right.
Your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call it 866-954-MORE.
We that time of year where you want the best weather, just go outside and look for yourself. Because JFig says she has thunder by her, but by me, I got partly cloudy skies with a slight breeze out of the west. And it's got to be about 85 degrees, but I don't see a chance of rain, but it's building. Every evening it's going to rain this time of year, unless there's some kind of weather coming through. So just be careful. If you need something to do this time on the weekends, do it early. Try to avoid doing things late in the day because that's when we get our passing thunderstorms.
So, Leroy, you saying there's no rain?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is the time of year where every evening.
I'll tell you right now, by me, it's like on and off.
It's 50% rain here in Miami, but you were right. It's 80. It's 86 degrees.
Hey, you wearing it too soon. People started trying to call me the mush because I got the shirts.
That's just SDI. Don't listen to those two lunatics. SDI and Robbie. They think everything's a jinx. That's because they're addicted to gambling.
Wait, but here's the worst part.
Everybody was wearing Heat shirts. Bye.
I can't tell you how ridiculous it looked. Robbie looking at a no-hitter on his phone while we're all around him eating and drinking and being merry. And everybody's like, hey, what's wrong with Robbie? He's just like that. Just like he's not. And then all of a sudden he goes, no hitter. I'm like, really, dude?
Very greedy.
Yes.
Let's look back at the Heat loss yesterday. They fall to the Boston Celtics. Jimmy Buckets on what they could do better going into a gentlemanly Game 5.
Thing I'm gonna say is we'll be okay. Let's get back to doing what we've always done to get us to this point.
Goosies.
I'm gonna say is we'll be okay. Let's get back to doing what we've always done to get us to this point. Continually have belief in one another, knowing that we're gonna win, and we will. We just gotta play harder. Like, there's not too much to say with this group because we already know, so we just gotta go out there and execute.
Can I say this?
Sure.
That attitude that he has had, Spo has had, and the team has had all year has been nerve-wracking. But you appreciate that when it gets to a heated battle or serious stakes, that no matter what, these guys will stay calm and talk about what needs to be done, not what they didn't do. You see what I mean? A lot of teams panic and fold and start feeling like they have to give reasons as to why.
Mm-hmm.
I've never gotten that from the Heat all year, to the point where it was frustrating. We would have conversations after games and go, like, really? Remember the conversation? They come back on the road trip, they lose 3 or 4, and Spo says, a lot of good things happen out there. Like, really? One of them wasn't winning.
Well, he's a maniac with that stuff. What he sees and what he finds value in, the basketball layman does not. He's psychotic like that.
But the thing is, there's something to be said about that.
Absolutely.
Because when that team was in deep and dire straits and we wondered whether they would even make the playoffs, everybody just everybody was reserved and calm. I don't know if I could ever be that way, right? Because you think, and it's hard because, as a fan of the team, you want answers.
Of course. But there really was everything was obvious about it. They just played an all-around piss poor game, right?
Right. Exactly. So they just keep it to guess what? Every team that they beat down, nope, they weren't like that.
I just find anybody, I just find anybody who's crazed about extra pressure that's on Miami. Don't let anybody flip what you have already seen in this series into what they think it should be. They never thought Miami had a chance. So now they're when people are wrong, they try and now think, oh, Boston's going to do something historic. They're not. It's never been done. And your team's been the better team. They're going to say that Tatum's been a better player. The guy just scored his first fourth quarter points of the series last night. Let's relax on it.
But don't let the reality get in the way of a good story.
Right.
Right. And so you can tell us, oh, they really showed up. I'm like, well, dude, if you show up once every 4 games, your ass going to be in Cancun.
Yeah, dude.
So why are you making it sound like all of a sudden they're going to do something they haven't done? Wait, not just this series. All the series that they've played and play 4 consecutive good games. They haven't done it all postseason. So let's not all of a sudden act like this is something that's going to all of a sudden happen. It's not.
Let's hear from Eric Spoelstra afterwards. Here's the Heat coach on the loss.
At some point, this is great competition. Sometimes it can get skewed because at some point, this is great competition. Sometimes it can get skewed because whatever, the 3-0, but we have great respect for Boston, what they're capable of. They're a dynamic offensive team. It takes extraordinary efforts and commitment, to get the job done. Our guys really want this, but Boston has something to say about it as well, just like we do. Sometimes things don't go exactly as planned. A lot of what we've done this year has been the hard way, and we've been able to figure out ways to win.
Don't say.
Even if teams are playing well, if we're not in a perfect flow, and they got us tonight. You have to give them credit for that. There's no doubt about it. There's no questioning it. There's not. We're not wondering about that. They deserve to win tonight. We have to regroup and get ready for a great opportunity in Boston.
Parachutes time. It's parachutes time.
Parachutes time.
Yeah, remember he's like, "Oh, drop us off with our parachutes." Love that.
We want him drop off like SEAL Team 6.
That's what he's been saying. He's like, "Give us our parachutes. We're ready to go."
But there's something like that message coming from the top all the way to the guy on the end of the bench. There's something to be said about that, right? It's something to be said about being able to hold everybody accountable while everybody's still staying calm and task at hand oriented. This is when you talk about the greatest job that Spo has done, right? It's having all of these guys with the mindset and not getting frustrated at the way things have gone all year, and to still be able to play this type of basketball after all they've been through.
I think you look, after halftime, maybe we're thinking that like that team was going to go away. I don't know. Like again, Boston, like no one's saying Boston's not a talented team. That's why I thought the series would go 6. Them being down 3-0 is surprising. I mean, it is a point where you're just like, holy crap, especially the way they laid down in game 3. I mean, the other games were good, were decent games.
But that's the other thing. Now we go that team that played game 3, we expect them to go win 4 straight.
Yeah.
I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it.
Not buying it.
Not buying it.
And that the hard way thing, like that's how they've gone about everything.
Right.
And that's what Jimmy says as he walked on the floor. You could hear him from the players' tunnel as in the media room. He goes, "We're gonna go get the hard way, fellas." And that guy's not shook at all. Like Jimmy knows they're capable a lot more. Spo does. I think the entire locker room does. I'm sure
I wish they would do one thing. Is that put more pressure on the guys who's supposed to be the defensive guys, because when you started getting calls, right, I thought they would go back to it, right? Early fouls, you got to put pressure on those guys to play defense. You don't really need to shoot threes. I get it.
I think if they would have taken care of the basketball, it would have been a different story. That was a big problem, though. Like, because I thought they had a lot of guys in foul trouble. I think they had Brown, Horford, and I think Robert Williams all in foul trouble. And
they couldn't never get the pressure on them.
They couldn't take care of the basketball.
Right.
Like that was like that third quarter. It was just like, here, Boston, go ahead, take the ball.
But it was, it was even crazier. Like the way they were turning the ball over was like you were leading the fast break for Boston. Like it always ended up being an easy bucket.
Oh man, that Kyle Lowry play. We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this.
Sports WQAM on the free Odyssey app. Just search WQAM and make.
This is 15 minutes of your Miami Heat.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM.
By the way, Vlad, your comments didn't go unrecognized.
Oh, thank you.
What do you mean? The one in the private chat?
Yeah.
Look, he looked like, you know who he looked like? You know who played the penguin in the TV show, right?
No.
It was Mickey from Rocky.
Burgess Meredith?
Yes,
I thought you were talking about the new Isn't there a new penguin?
No, I thought you were talking about Danny DeVito.
He did also look like Danny DeVito from Batman 2. But since we were talking about Rocky yesterday, and then he looked at the outfit, I'm like, oh
Dude,
my god,
all right, I get it.
By the way, I like to know how Gabe Vincent's ankle's doing. Is Nurse JFig doing a good job taking care of Mr. Vincent's ankle before he goes to Boston?
Like, let's not start any rumors here that are.
He said he's all right, but I was worried about that too. He said as soon as he saw Marcus Smart hit that three, he's like, I was running out there. I was thinking to myself, listen, dude, when he hit that three, I thought damage is done. You should have just rested that ankle. I wanted to mention this. I don't know if you've seen what's going on with John Morant today, Leroy, but John Morant last night, I guess on Instagram, had some cryptic posts that caused a lot of concern, where he posted on Instagram, love you, Ma, love you, Pops. It was like 4 different slides. Love you, dearest baby girl. And they all coincide with pictures of his family members, and then just put bye. And they had like police, I guess, went to his house to do a wellness check on him. But they said a spokesperson told TMZ he is fine, that he was just saying he's taking a break from social media.
So if you take a break from social media, can you just tell your mom, I love you, Dad, I love you, baby girl, I love you? Did you have to post it out to the millions and millions of followers that you have?
I mean, I think the thing that's sad about it is like, yeah, it's because of everything that's going on with him, is that you feel the need to do this right now because of everything that's going on with him and everything that's going on around him.
You know what? It's a tough spot to be in, to go from being unanimously loved to this. And it's not something he can't bounce back from. But when you're not used to it, when you're not accustomed to being on the other side of that, sometimes it takes you back a little bit, because you don't realize, we would like to think that after the first incident, you should probably stay away from that whole situation. The problem is it wasn't him. Him and his boy was acting a fool. And then he got caught up in it again. You see what I'm saying? It's his fault, but really he shouldn't even been in that situation. So I could get how a guy who was unanimously loved, nobody had a bad thing to say about Ja, nobody, to where he is today in a matter of months.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That can wear on you a little bit and have you, saying some things. I just think that maybe he ought to take a break. You know what? Ja, basketball's almost over. Your ass about to be suspended, right? Take a break from everybody. You go hang out with Ja. Don't hang out with your friends, your gun-toting friends. Don't go hang out with mom, dad, and baby girl. And y'all go on a trip and you just enjoy family, right? Get back to where you were before everybody wanted to be your friend. And go from there, right? You can't get out of a situation if you still hanging around with the parties that got you in the situation.
Absolutely. Well, and that's the thing.
So he should be saying to my friend Pookie, to my friend Junebug, and to my boy, bye. I'm taking a break. right? I got to leave y'all alone for a minute because I can't be about that right now. If that's your boys, they understand what's up. If they ain't your boys, they wasn't your friends anyway. If one of your friends come at you and say, "Oh, you just gonna forget about where you came from," leave that clown alone forever because he don't care.
And I hope that the family was. I mean, obviously, you hope Job's okay, but you hope the family was okay because if police had to go to the house, like, could they have gotten a hold of him? Like, that's. I just think somebody
like,
does somebody spring into like do cops spring into action for that because of an Instagram post?
No, but I would say the thing about social media is it doesn't put it in context.
No, it definitely doesn't.
So if the context for Ja was, I'm telling these fools I'm getting off social media, he didn't just put I'm getting away from social media. It wouldn't have been a wellness check.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is like he didn't just it's not just the gun stuff that got you. Remember, like he went off to like some rehab, not drug, but like I guess just a mental rehab like during the year. Remember he went to Florida when he was on his 8-game suspension before he interviewed with before he did his interview with Jalen Rose.
I think that might have been league appointed though.
Maybe, but maybe that's something. Maybe that is something that he needs. Like I don't know if it's like you said, like just to get away from people of just like a mental. I don't know if like mental health is the right word for it, but just like a reset or something like that.
I'm gonna tell you when I had 200 camera crews outside the jail, when I had to do 3 days in jail for
SAS.
For SAS, right? I packed myself before I went to jail, right? Into my truck. And the second I got out of jail, right, I headed down to New Orleans. And I went and hung out with my family for 2 weeks. I ain't called nobody. I ain't say nothing to nobody. I needed to be in a good place. There is no better place when you think about it. All of us can think about it. Regardless of how twisted, how screwed up some of the members of our family are, right? There's no place like home. You go and hang out at home, tell stories, go have meals, barbecue, whatever. It gets you back into a good place. The guys that don't have that to go to, or sometimes the guys that are relying on that family from other guys that don't have their best interests at heart, right? So I couldn't wait after every season, every year. Soon as the football season was over, I packed up my truck. I drove down to New Orleans, hung out with my moms, my friends from high school, my uncle, my grandparents, and all I did was just chill. Nothing. I wasn't Leroy the football player. I was Leroy the son, the nephew, the friend, the godson, and I just got it out of my system. I didn't want to deal with the media, the questions, none of that. And sometimes you need that. You need that because regardless, guess what? We all have it. There's no comforts like home, right? There are no comforts like home, regardless of how twisted your family is. And believe me, I got some stuff in my family too. There is nothing like hanging out back at home where you grew up. Right. And so I think he needs that because the Ja that grew up to get to that point is not the same Ja that we see now. He need to get back to that. So I hope it works out for him. I would say get away from everybody. Get away from everybody. You and your moms and your baby girl and your dad, y'all go just hang out somewhere. You don't need to take pictures. You don't need to do social media to tell everybody where you at. Just go and relax and have a good time and get it out of your system. Because you're coming back to a suspension. Let's not forget about it. You're still going to have to deal with it. Let's not deal with it right now, though. Basketball's still going on. They ain't even talking about you right now. They talking about who going to win the NBA championship. So you got some time.
Before we hit the break, if you guys want to go to Floyd Mayweather Jr., taking on John Gotti III.
How do we feeling about this? How do we feel about this?
I feel like it's gonna be a rough outing for John Gotti III, respectfully.
No. But I'm talking about, are we going to participate or no?
Oh, to go?
Yeah.
if you want to.
No, I'm asking you. You the guy.
I'm a little intrigued. I'm a little intrigued.
Are you really intrigued?
Anytime I can see, anytime I can see,
dude, can I just tell you? This is no lie. If you can see Floyd Mayweather in any capacity, dude is a showman. It is fun.
Well,
the fights may be boring because can't nobody hit him.
The last time I saw him in any capacity, he shunned me. But that was before the last time I saw him. Where I ended up thinking I caused him a brawl. Which
you instigated it.
I did not. I did not.
Yeah, you caught the hat. You caught the cap to be flipped back.
Yeah,
the cap was flipped back because of you.
If you guys want to go see Floyd Mayweather against John Guy III, Sunday, June 11th at FLA Live Arena, caller 3 right now to 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560. Caller number 3 will get a pair of tickets to see Floyd take on John Guy III at FLA Live Arena on Sunday, June 11th. Back after this. Business picks up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Get your brooms ready. Get your rats ready. Cats, Canes from FLA Live Arena. 8 o'clock puck drop. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. They don't know what's going to come there, Leroy. We're revving up the Lamborghini, dude. Friend of the show. We're revving up the Lamborghini. Let me say about Ryan
Do that
Lomberg.
again, JFig. What was that? That was you revving up?
Is that you revving up?
That's what it was.
It was like a.
I can see JFig owning a bike.
Me too. Couple like with the handlebars high.
No, she'd be more of a
Yeah.
You'd be more of a crotch rocket.
convertible?
She'd be more of a crotch rocket person.
Wow.
Dude, I hate
Right?
crotch rockets. Those things scare the hell out of me. People.
Someone in
zooming
my
and out.
family, very close to me, actually has, I believe, a Harley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't feel like I could pull off a motorcycle.
I love them. They look amazing. I've always wanted to ride one, but I just no.
They're
Just not here in
frightening
Miami.
because
Yeah.
here, I tell you what scares you: the knuckleheads on the highway.
Exactly.
And so you thinking if I got one, I would do that, and that's not the case.
Speaking of-
Everybody doesn't ride like that.
Speaking of knuckleheads, going to be a lot of knuckle pucks going the Canes' way. We got it all happening for us today, baby. All right.
Hey.
Oh, what? No. I'm ready.
Here's what I would say.
Finish them tonight.
I would like that to happen, but here's what you need to understand.
Hmm?
And the thing that I have paid close attention to. Every one of these Panthers games has been extremely close.
Yeah, we broke. Well, you know what though, dude? Broke them last game. All right. I don't
You
know who's
think?
doing it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who's doing it tonight, but I know it's gonna get. I don't know if it's the Duke. I don't know if Anthony Duclair's gonna light them up.
We got our own. We got our own AD.
Yeah,
And guess what? He ain't 6'8".
I don't know who it's. I mean, he did have a big rehab this year, but he's come back looking himself.
Yeah, but that's one injury.
Hockey though.
Hockey. He had a real injury. He had an Achilles, right?
You know these Cane. Yeah, they did. Yeah, scary.
Yeah.
They thought that they were gonna get off easy tonight. No Barky. Well, guess what, dude? All bark coming to the ice den tonight.
By the way, Anthony Duclair kind of looks like Brunson. The hair.
Jaylen Brunson?
Yeah. Next time you see him, go look.
Hey, isn't Duclair darker than Brunson?
He's darker, but when the
I
facial
don't see
features and
it.
stuff like that. Okay. We all look alike.
What?
When the lights are off.
No, but that's what I would say if you were to say that. So I'm applying that to myself, right? So I'm not gonna give myself a pass if y'all don't think that's accurate. I gotta put it out there.
Who's scoring goals tonight, Leroy? I want to know. You got the Rhino. You got Sam Reinhart tonight scoring goals.
You know who it's time. You know who it's time for a return. Verhage.
Oh,
Haven't had a Verhage goal in a minute.
Little Verhage
Haven't had
action.
I'm going with Verhage. He haven't had a Verhage goal in a minute.
God,
But I would always say this. It's always safe to go with Kachuk because there's going to be a pivotal moment in the game, and he's just going to do what he does.
You know what I just want tonight, dude? I just want let's just keep it clean. Little 5-on-5 action.
I would just like not to have to sit in front of my TV in the jacuzzi. There's a jacuzzi watch tonight with the bubble guts because the Panthers spend most of their periods down a man.
You know what they say, dude? You don't.
I hate. Oh my goodness, it is so nervous. Especially when. Let me tell you, you want to talk about peppering the goalie? Whew! When they go on a power play, it is relentless.
Listen, you don't have any words when we got BWB back there. All right.
What's that?
Brick Wall Bob.
Oh yeah, that's his name.
BWB.
BWB.
Yeah,
That
way
is his
different from a
nickname.
BBW.
I was thinking, not to be confused with BBW.
Yeah, who would also be a good goalie? You would think.
Now you get 2 points for that.
Point for Tobin.
I'm very excited. No, listen.
I am. You know what?
That is the one good thing. Like, listen, the one good thing about losing last night. All right, back at it tonight, baby. Like, there's
24
no
hours. 24 hours. We ready to go again. Hey, that's what happens when your South Florida sports is dominating everything.
Yep.
You always go ahead. Look, we did it
That's
with
right.
basketball.
Oh,
we
yeah,
did it with basketball. Basketball, we had us a run. The
Had a
women's
run, dude.
team, the men's team, FAU.
And you want to know?
My goodness.
And you want to know who's crying about it? Wetzel. Wetzel, dude. Enjoy it. Soak it in today, Wetzel. Guess what? You know what? No, let me just tell him one thing. One more thing from what. Put the camera on me, JFig, if you wouldn't mind. Big picture here for Wetzel.
ISO Tobin.
Wetzel.
ISO.
I just want you to know, dude. I'm gonna not deserve tonight so hard. I'm gonna not deserve it with my two cheeks on my couch watching. There's gonna be 20,000+ at FLA Live Arena tonight. Not deserving this sweep tonight. Raining down rats on the Canes, dude, who also deserve it. The vaunted Carolina Hurricanes and their known traditional fan base. They deserve it so much more than we do. We're going to be not deserving it so much, Wetzel. I hope you enjoy it. And then I hope you watch your chowder heads tomorrow with our top hats and monocles. Not deserving it so hard as we go to the NBA Finals. We're going to be not deserving the hell out of it. You bum. That's it.
By the way,
I would
Not
hope
for
your two
nothing.
cheeks is on the couch, man. I would hope so.
hey, not for nothing. Vegas looks really good.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be look good when the Panthers are winning games there, too.
Dude, listen, not for nothing. I want to go to a game there.
It looks fun.
Well, if you're going to go to Vegas, you might as well go to Denver.
You know what they announced?
Dude,
Leroy? Haven't they talked about this?
the show, dude, they have a Vegas production before every home game.
Leroy, July
It is
29th.
unbelievable, huh?
They announced yesterday. Now, I'm always very skeptical of them because they deserve it. But they announced yesterday the date. Crawford Spence, July 29th.
Oh, yeah, July 29th. I saw that.
Both boxers are going to get 8 figures. So
How long?
when I saw that,
How long we been waiting for this? 3
4
years?
Like 3 years. Yeah, I would say 3 years. You know, they got to get together because Boots Ennis is coming for both of them.
Well,
That's
you
the
know they're
truth.
gonna fight, then have a rematch, and then Boots Ennis is gonna get in, right?
Boots on
That's
the ring.
how it's got to go.
Yep.
They're gonna go July, then April, and then the end of next year, Ennis is gonna get a shot.
Yep.
That's how it's got to go that way.
Got to.
I'm tired of don't go fight somebody else and get a check, right? I hate when they do that because then it takes a whole nother year, a year and a half before you can get the fights we want. There's a perfect opportunity right here. You got Spence and Crawford, then you got a rematch, and then you got Ennis. Ennis can fight at the end of this year, right? And then be ready for the end of next year.
I'm excited.
boxing's in a nice place right now, man.
We need a heavyweight fight, though. We need a heavyweight fight.
There's some guy that they're putting against Tyson. I've never heard of that he's talking about fighting.
He's fighting again?
He wants to
Joe
fight in the summer.
Missoula.
They might have a better chance with Tyson Fury coaching than Joe Missoula.
I gotta tell you, man, he is the epitome of bad body athlete.
Who, Tyson
Right?
Fury? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey, go tell him that. You go tell him.
no,
that.
I'm not questioning his talent at all. In fact, it's a compliment. Don't sleep on him because he ain't got no muscles.
That man's a gypsy.
This is the Gypsy King. Let's get Jason Tatum out there. A bunch of shots.
I just received a message. I think your little message to Wetzel Pretzel.
Hmm?
They're going off on him.
Good.
I love
Good.
it.
Are they attacking him on Twitter?
Good. He deserves
Get
it.
him. See what you've done?
Good. He deserves it. You charlatan.
Point.
Oh, let me listen to 30 seconds.
Here. You know what? This would have been more acceptable if he was from LA. But the fact that he's from Boston, there's a little back. Like, come on.
They literally thought they were going to win both titles this season.
Yes.
That's what it is. And the
Right,
fact
well,
that the teams that
Can't win the title
eliminated
if
them,
you don't get out of the first round.
We deserve it. Oh, yeah? Okay. Well, win games in your building. How about that? Celtics, Bruins. Protect your home court or home ice. It's so vaunted with all your O'Keefes and O'Malley's out there. Whoa. Jimmy Love.
They lost like 5 games at home.
They've lost a ton of games at home, and Jimmy Butler's won, I think, 4 of the last 5 games he's played there.
Someone said, "Do your research."
Do your research.
Idiot.
Did you do the research?
I did
No.
not.
No, but that's funny that you would tell somebody to do research when
I would-
we had a guest call you out.
That
No,
dude is
wait.
perfect.
Tobin's actually right. Didn't they win Game 3 of last year's Eastern Conference Finals?
I think they've won 4 out of 5 in that
Yeah,
building.
I think the only loss was Game 4.
No, to be fair to Boston, they've had a lot of success in Kaseya Center too. To be fair, but
One. That's it. One.
They won twice.
no, they won 3 times
talking
last
about
year.
The Kaseya Center. They've only won once.
Oh, no, he's right. He is absolutely right. You are right, Leroy. You are right.
My man.
Loophole.
Look
Wow,
at
you
you.
pulled a
Look at
Tobin.
you. Look at you with the wiggle room.
You pulled a Tobin.
Yeah, let's shake it up. Yeah.
Point for Leroy.
All right, everybody. Get your brooms ready. We party tonight. The Cats get it done against the Canes, and then we put on our formal attire for tomorrow. We'll talk to you then.